And we are live, I believe. Hi, everybody. What's up? This is Xbox Ultimate Podcast, episode 87. Wow. Yeah, 87 again, approaching the 100 milestone I guess not really approaching. 13 weeks is a ways off, but like it still feels like it. Seeing that number climb up. Appreciate everybody in the chat being here nice and early before we get live. We have an awesome show because we got lots of awesome stuff to talk about. There's been lots of stuff in the news again, with all of the rumors and leaks coming up, leading up to all the summer showcases. And as it was quiet for months, it's just an avalanche of nonstop stuff to talk about now. Absolutely crazy. And today we are joined by a very special guest who's been here a few times before, host of one of the best Xbox podcasts out there. Somebody who's not afraid to talk that shit and also stand up for Team Green every once in a while, you know, when he needs to. You know, the Xbox got to have some of their warriors, right? Knock off some of that nonsense going on out there. But seriously, one of the best hosts out there is Dirt Griggity, and welcome him again to Xbox Ultimate. What's up, man? How's it going?
Hey, what's up, man? Thank you for those kind words, that introduction, man. Yes, we do talk a lot of trash. I will admit it. Somebody has to do it, right? So yeah, man. But thanks for the invite, man.
Yeah, and there's a difference between when you do it and like other people that I see necessarily like maybe a lot of I'm not just gonna just say only PlayStation shows because there's some Xbox guys that do this stuff too.
Yeah.
But your stuff is more like correcting with the facts and putting people in their place, right? As opposed to leading with nonsense. And that's where the difference for me is with your show anyway.
Yeah, I appreciate that because you know some of those other shows they hate Xbox, they despise Xbox. I don't hate PlayStation. I actually like PlayStation.
Yeah,
but I'm not really a fan of some of those PlayStation fanboys, you know, quote unquote. But yeah, man, we just have fun. You know, we crack jokes. We try to make it entertaining as possible, and that's what we do, man.
Yeah, all in fun, man. A great show as always. I've been lucky to be a part of it. I think once or twice, and is a blast. So, but again, we have an awesome panel here. Pong is busy at work again. This asshole just can't make it on time on Fridays. He's busy when he's got a job. You know, I can't force him to quit his job to go podcast with us full time. Tried, you know, but no, he'll be here in a little while. But besides him, we also have the extraordinary AssassinLupa is here.
Good evening, guys. Hope we're going to have a good show. Welcome, chat. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening to everyone around the world. It's Friday. It's Xbox Ultimate. Let's get it on.
I love it. Now, Lupa, I got some more candy today.
You did?
Yeah, I got the strawberry bonbons. I haven't had a chance to try them yet, but I did get them.
Strawberry bonbons.
Yeah, strawberry bonbons. Lupa's been awesome in sending me like some badass candy from the UK. So we had a birthday stream the other day, and I got to try a bunch of them. But yeah, I'll try those maybe tonight. We'll see. Looking forward to it. Is that some of the kid type candy you were talking about?
No, that's like it's like a strawberry flavored toffee covered in a strawberry dust. Little balls.
You make all this candy like sound so elegant, you know? Like strawberry toffee covered with strawberry dust. It's elegant. We also have the always fuzzy Belvedere. What's up, Fuzz?
What's up, everyone? Glad to be here, man. Glad to have Dirt Griggity here, man. Always good to watch your show and hear your thoughts on everything Xbox and, you know, put those ponies in their place type of deal. But man, oh man, so much news in a short period of time, and it just keeps on coming. So got a lot to talk about. Yeah. Can't wait to get into it.
We got the Vitamin Boy, Mellow Fellow from Outer Space here as well. What's up, Psycho? Dirt's like, what the hell does Vitamin Boy mean? He missed that conversation.
Yeah, it's I took some vitamins and excessively, and now it's a nickname that just won't go away.
Yeah, he eating them like candy. Is it like the gummy vitamins?
Yeah,
he was sitting there snacking on them.
I I was relaxing, enjoying my evening, and I wanted something, chewy.
So I'm gonna have some
And,
vitamin A and D and C and D and all the
Right?
above. Let's go.
Hey, whatever. I was like,
Love it, man. How's it going?
I didn't want to go out to the store.
You-
Oh, I saw freaking Doctor Strange 2, Multiverse of Madness, and
too.
it's
Yeah, I've been having to scroll through the Fun Pop DMs. Not really.
Oh, you haven't seen it yet?
No, I'm going to the 8th.
Oh, are
Okay.
you okay? I thought you already saw it.
Oops.
No.
Oh, my bad. Holy shit!
I was just kept scrolling.
Spoilers galore in
Yeah,
our DMs. And,
Don't read that.
yeah, don't
those
read
DMs.
it. Don't read it, man.
It's gonna be a good Wednesday though.
Yeah, I liked it. Did you like it, Psycho?
Oh, I freaking yes, because it set up a couple things.
Yeah.
For me, and I won't say anything because I know it
Yeah,
just
no
came
spoilers.
out today.
Yeah, no spoilers. We won't
Yeah.
give you
Yeah,
spoilers.
I'm
right
going
now.
to see it Sunday. No spoilers, please.
Yeah,
Oh,
don't-
no,
just
you-
don't
you're gonna-
accidentally go into our Fun Pop DMs.
You're gonna like it, and if you follow the comics, you're definitely gonna see a lot of hints to what's coming. So,
Right on. And then the lore master Jasper, who I assumed for some reason I thought you were seeing it yesterday. I don't know. I guess I missed that.
no,
But-
that was 3. We were talking
Yeah,
about
that
it
was
with 3-bit.
Oh, okay. Yeah, right on. So, my bad. Jasper, what's up, dude? How's it going?
It's going all right. I've just been playing Halo and catching up on all the TV shows because a bunch of TV shows kind of started and ended this week. So that's what
Yeah.
I've been doing.
Have you seen Winning Time? On
I don't know
HBO?
what that is.
About the Lakers in the 80s?
No. Oh, the yeah, we were talking about that in one of your streams or party chats the other night.
Has anybody here seen an episode of Winning Time or seen?
No, I didn't watch it. I have no interest at all. For some
Dirt.
reason.
This
Is it good?
Oh my gosh, dude! It's my favorite. Maybe it could be one of my favorite TV shows of all time.
Wow.
No joking, dude. It's not like
Is that good?
oh, it's like hardcore shit, man. It's crazy. Like I mean, if it's like 80s softcore porn mixed with a lot of comedy.
Yeah, this was in the party. I was like, yeah, recommend a soft porn to watch. Someone is like,
No, mixed with a lot of comedy. I mean, it's like no holding back. It's like behind the scenes of what could have potentially been going on
Wow.
in that era, dude. Like 79, 80 going in there.
Right. Right.
Dude, it's crazy. It's
I'm gonna have to check it
absolutely
out then.
I cannot imagine that any of the players agreed to let their names.
I know.
Be used
I know.
for this.
Magic Johnson did not agree. He does not condone the show.
Yeah, well, because half the
Yeah.
movie, his mouth is down below in other places. You know, I'm just saying.
Oh
like,
wow.
you know, it's. I mean, I'm
We
just
might have to
saying.
watch it now.
Yeah, it's crazy, dude. You know, it's crazy. Like I'm just saying, like that show. Like I've never seen a sports show like about a real team go this far. You know,
Wow.
it's pretty cool.
I have to check it out.
Yeah.
Maybe that's why LeBron wanted to go to LA.
And it's funny too. I mean, you got like John C. Riley is hilarious in it, playing Dr. Jerry Buss, and all this stuff. So if you're a sports guy at all, if you like basketball or
Yeah, I love basketball.
football, I mean, you got to watch it, 100%.
Okay, I'm gonna have to check it out, man.
All right. Pong said prolong the talks as long as possible until he gets here. So how's y'all's day been going?
Good.
I'm just
So I was watching Doctor Strange 2, and no, I don't know.
No, I'm just
No,
kidding.
it's been good.
We'll go ahead.
I was playing.
I mean, does
Track of
Pong
Young.
really want to talk about Fortnite? Like,
Well, no, he does.
just the larger aspect of it, not necessarily Fortnite.
Right. Yeah, he went because that's a pretty big deal. I mean,
Yeah.
me and Pong already did talk about Square yesterday. So, you know, I think maybe that would be a good topic to get started with, because today it comes out that Greg Miller is saying that one of the rumors he had been talking about, or rumor that he had heard, was that Square Enix being actually acquired by PlayStation, right?
Interesting.
So, you know,
Yeah,
coming
that'd
from
be
like
nice,
a bunch, it's coming from multiple people now, and like Greg Miller's not somebody that you would really just like, oh, he doesn't really know anything, you know, but also he's not really one to leak things either, right?
Right.
So I'm curious, like, how serious this is, but if it was happening and then he found out, that means there's some kind of insider stuff going on, because nobody should have really known.
Well,
know?
if depending on how much they're buying it for, they have to wait till after their Bungie deals goes through, or it could botch that. So if it's going to happen, it's not going to happen right now.
Yeah.
So
I just feel
we'll
like
see.
every
Yeah.
time someone says that some company's buying this company, it never happens. Like there's
Right.
always like a surprise company. So
A
it's like,
surprise, yeah.
yeah.
Yeah,
a
like
big surprise.
Activision and Bethesda. Like
Right.
that was out of left
Or
field.
like ZeniMax. That was a huge, oh, hey,
Yeah.
where'd that come from?
Exactly. You're like,
And let me
what
ask
the-
you guys though, what's your honest opinions about it? Because if this does happen, I mean, I think it's cool. But me personally, now this is just me. Every IP I care for from Square Enix was just given sold to
Yeah,
Embracer.
same boat.
Right.
I'm not a huge Final Fantasy guy. I'm not a Kingdom Hearts guy. I'm not a what's the what's the other game? Dragon Quest.
Yeah.
Yeah,
See,
me personally, I'm not a big fan of those. I think it would be cool if Sony bought them, but it wouldn't necessarily affect me because hell, are all the Final Fantasies exclusive any damn way? Like 16 is exclusive, 7 remake was so it's
Yeah.
like okay. Yeah, what
See,
do you think?
Yeah, see, I don't care for too much about the Final Fantasies up to this point. It's Dragon Quest that I'll be upset about. The Secret of Mana, Legend of Mana, those type of JRPGs that are still part of Square that would suck because they won't be on Xbox. So that just means I'll have to fire up the PS4 to play them.
Yeah.
But it's one of those things that they're pretty much been in bed together for a long
Right.
time,
A long time. Right.
especially with the Final Fantasies. Don't know what it is. Pretty much after 13, because 14 or 15 did come to Xbox, but
Yeah, it did.
14 didn't come to Xbox, and 16 is looking like it's not coming to Xbox.
and
And the
7
remake didn't
yeah.
come.
Right.
So it's
yeah.
like, okay, these last couple games that have come out of Square, they just haven't come. Like I said, Dragon Quest is one of my favorite series with Square. So, like I said, those would be a miss for them not being on Xbox. But again, I'll fire up my PS4 to play them.
Yeah. I mean, that's kind of. I mean, well, I'm not a fan even of Dragon Quest, but I understand it. It's just, at this point, why would Sony buy them? Is the real question. I mean, because how much would it take to buy them? For
Yeah.
I mean, like, what other IPs do they own that they didn't just sell to Embracer?
Well, there's
besides those
Dragon Quest, there's Final Fantasy, and then there's
The Mana,
Secret
of Mana,
of
Legend of Mana.
Yeah.
You know, Kingdom Hearts, right? But I think it's gonna be one of the parts of it, right? Like it's gonna continuously get more and more expensive to make those games exclusive to PlayStation, right? Because if Xbox is gaining market share, which they
Exactly.
are right now,
Absolutely,
then
absolutely.
in the Game Pass deals that they're offering and all these other things, to have an exclusive on PlayStation, even for timed exclusivity, will potentially just get more and more expensive to make those deals happen. And also with potentially market share going up on the other side, it's like, okay, do you really want to miss out on that market, right? So I could see where Square's like, okay, well, we have a great relationship, we're comfortable, we actually prefer making games for this platform, and then PlayStation's like, yeah, let's make this like a permanent thing. But the question is, like Psycho said, is that something they can pull off right now, right? Or is this something that's been in the works for a while? I'm kind of two minds. Like I agree. Like for me, half of it, that the part that was just let go of to Embracer, was some of my favorite stuff. But I also am a big Final Fantasy fan from back in the day, but not so much the newer games, right? Like Final Fantasy 15 did absolutely nothing for me, right?
Yeah, I didn't like it.
I liked Final Fantasy 7 Remake. I thought they were onto something there. I did not ever play 14 because it was a PC and PlayStation exclusive, and it just MMOs like 11 Online I played a lot of, but it became kind of like a full-time job to get anything accomplished in that game. You had to sit there and play for 5 or 6 hours, otherwise there was no point, right? So that's I kind of took me away from that. But I think the Final Fantasy lost its way for me after 12, kind of, with the mainline series. 16 looks dope though. I'm not gonna lie, it
Yeah,
looks really
it
good,
does.
and I'm really
It does.
excited about that game. I'm gonna play it regardless of where it is, you know. So I'm kind of of two minds where I think it would be a good fit, and I think it would maybe be good for the Final Fantasy series and some of the other franchises that they'd have. But I also see Square, if it didn't happen, going more multi-platform and stop doing these timed exclusivity deals, right?
Mhm.
Because
Mhm.
that is killing their, like, whether they're taking the money and then they're cutting their sales in half every single time, right? These franchises that they're doing the exclusivity deals are big, and then they complain about their sales not being enough. Like you're
Right.
cutting your
Well-
audience in half, and then you're going to complain that you
Well,
didn't sell enough damn
They only
copies.
complain
Didn't
about
meet
the Western.
expectations.
Yeah, like
Well,
okay, we're
and
gonna
that's
take out 50 million console owners that could potentially buy a Final Fantasy game, 50 million console owners that could potentially buy a Kingdom Hearts game or whatever, right? So they keep doing this, and that goes when they made the Tomb Raider deals. They took that exclusivity deal and cut out like 100 million consoles that for PlayStation owners, and then they complain about the sales. It just doesn't make any
Yeah.
damn sense, right? So if they did not go to PlayStation, I would hope they would go more multi-platform as a company and stop making this dumbass business decision of taking these deals to make their games exclusive on one platform. Now,
yeah.
part of it, like they got a different thing they're doing right now because they're still doing that, but they're like giving something to each platform, right? Like Battlefield Chronicles was announced for Xbox, right? Which is cool, right? You got more stuff on Nintendo and you got stuff on PlayStation, but like PlayStation gets all the big dogs, right? So I don't know. Like my hope would be if they don't do it, go more multi-plat. If
Well-
they do it, then just make the Final Fantasy games as badass as they possibly can.
I would just like to see like the percent of like income that they just cut out, because like Final Fantasy is like a lot bigger in the East, and like whereas the West, like a lot of Western like gamers don't play those kind of games. So like I just want to see like the percentage that they just cut out of like all like Western market, because they just sold off
used
their.
to though. Like the Final Fantasy used to be huge in the West, and maybe it still is. But like Dirt probably remembers, and Psycho does. Like I grew up playing
Yeah.
Final Fantasy games. You know what I mean? Like
I remember
Yeah.
when Final Fantasy VII came out. It was just like the most popular thing.
yeah,
Mhm.
it was big time. dude.
It was huge. It was huge.
Yeah, 7 was huge. Definitely like, and then because of 7, 8 got good, a good, pretty much like, fuck, I can't even speak right now.
Take another
A
vitamin.
lot of hype for 8, right?
Yeah,
Good
pretty
buzz.
much. Thanks.
Yeah.
Yeah, but the weird thing is that right now, what it looks like is Square is like even they're doubling down on NFTs like big time. It's freaking weird because they sold off. Oh my god.
Eidos
Montreal,
Montreal and
yeah,
Crystal
all those.
Dynamics. Yeah.
That money is, was because they lost out on Avengers and Guardian of the Galaxies. So they took the money and doubling down into NFTs. And which is like I'm not getting why they're going in this whole NFT aspect of everything.
Well, especially
where
after you've
gamers
seen
don't
the NFT numbers lately is like decreased
Yeah, the
significantly in the last
NFT
few
market
months.
just like
It
crashed
plummeted.
a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
Yeah,
a little
so
bit, like it's like a tenth of what it was.
So this is what I don't get, why they're going all in on NFTs. Like I get so that they can get big money quicker, but if they're trying to do that to stay independent and not be bought by anyone, kind of like almost like what Ubisoft is trying to do before getting acquired, or not, I guess trying to stay independent and being acquired by another company that's not like PlayStation, but anyways, so they're just trying to stay afloat, stay independent. So I guess maybe that's why they're doubling down on NFTs, but I don't know. It's just weird.
I just noticed that like Ubisoft did the whole NFT thing, and like rumors of selling came up. Square's doing the whole NFT thing. They just sold some, and then WB's doing a whole bunch of NFT shit now too, and they're like being talked about being sold. So it's like all these people talking about being sold and just making NFT shit.
Hey, babe.
Yeah.
Hey.
How's it going?
Is that Obi-Wan or Caitlin?
Shout out to Obi.
Yo, that picture is taking off.
It really is, though.
That's gonna be an NFT.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What's up, babe? Welcome to the show.
Yeah, not much. Sorry I'm late.
Yeah, it's okay.
I wanted to come in hot like Pong for once.
Yeah. Yeah, he's still not here, so you still beat him, so it's okay.
Yeah, we can get your insightful comments on Fortnite later.
Yeah, we're gonna have Fortnite discussion, babe. This is your show.
Yeah, because I have no clue. You're the expert.
I wouldn't say I'm an expert anymore, but
yeah,
you play it more than me, so that's more of an expert than I am.
So you haven't played it at all.
Exactly.
You won't try it.
No. It's kind of like Roblox. Just some games that just
It is
don't play.
literally like nothing like Roblox.
No, I said it's games like Roblox. I just don't play.
But it's not a game like Roblox. Listen,
Mm.
listen. It's okay if you try it. It's okay.
It's okay to play.
You
a
won't
child's
lose
game.
your cool card.
Yeah,
No,
exactly.
not that. Not at all about having a cool card. I just don't find Fortnite interesting. I just don't.
Well, you haven't played it.
It don't matter.
They have this discussion in the DMs all the time, too.
I just don't. I don't find it interesting.
Yeah,
I can look at it and be like, "Yep, nope, not for me."
That's the way Pong is with It Takes Two, also, right? So
Yeah,
I
exactly.
get it. You know, some people are just
I don't
stubborn.
get it.
Stubborn.
I don't.
It's not like a
You
just
could
needs
try.
some
You need to try a game before you slag on it.
I don't know about that. There's some pretty shit games after that.
Yeah, but you still need to try it before you say it's crap. You haven't played
I didn't
it.
say
How
it
do you
was
know?
crap. I just said I won't play it.
Yeah,
there's just games I just won't play.
You won't, but surely you should be open-minded and try it.
I will play Lego. I'll play Lego Harry Potter any day.
I'm just talking about like some games you could just look at and say like shit, like the lawn mowing simulator that just came out like a couple months ago. Like
Okay,
that
that's
shit. You
out.
don't need to play that.
No,
Yeah.
of course you don't need to play that. You do that
but
in
there's
real
a
life.
couple
That's
people out
no
there
point in
that's
that.
probably their
Yeah,
favorite.
Psycho will play that.
But I can't
Yeah,
shoot
Psycho
some
will play
evil
that.
little brat in the head in a simulator. I got to do it in Fortnite.
Yeah,
That's the fun. There's a
Fortnite's
difference.
just not my jam. That's all.
Well, I
No,
think
what I'm
that-
saying, how can you know that if you haven't actually played it with your friends sat right here? You could
You know what?
have a
Psycho?
go and see.
Because
I'm
And
with
then
Psycho.
you could say,
just can look
"Actually,
at
I
games.
don't
They're
like
not.
it."
They're no.
I
Not for
can
you.
exactly like
Well,
I
this
look
is a
at it
massive
and
game.
I don't want to
It's a
build.
game.
I'm not trying to be a Minecraft shooter. That's just not my thing. I'm not trying to build and be playing first person.
There's a
shooter.
no
It's
build mode now, Psycho.
Oh,
Yeah, I don't know.
Like going back to Square. Like
We'll
I don't
see.
like Final Fantasy, and I've never played one. It's not my style, so I don't play
Yeah.
it.
I get it. I get
No,
it.
me
You know,
neither.
like
You know, I really need
turn-based
you
is
to
my thing.
stop,
I can't.
like being on his side, Jasper.
But I
Hey,
still,
listen, you won't watch anime. What does that say?
that's a good point, babe. You judge anime before you watch it,
Exactly.
No, I don't. I see it on the TV all the time.
right?
Yeah, but like I don't like turn-based or strategy, but I'll give them a go just to see
Right.
if I've changed my mind.
Well, good. Let's
Yeah.
get back into Square here,
Yeah,
Lupa.
sorry.
No, it's okay. Lupa, do you think like it'd be a huge loss for Xbox as potentially Square games all becoming exclusive on PlayStation? Do you think if PlayStation did acquire them, if that's what would happen, or do you think they'd stay some multi-platform, kind of like what Activision Blizzard's doing, or because the rumors are getting pretty strong at this point?
I just think that with all of this, it's people think that there's a plastic box war is important. Just get over yourselves. The fact of the matter is, Phil Spencer and Lion Lips Ryan go out to dinner together. They know each other inside and out. They know exactly what they're doing,
Pause.
pitting you all against
Yeah,
each
no.
other. It doesn't make any difference at the end of the day. If they want the games to stay with some to come on Xbox and some not, they will at the end of the day. COD is not going to go exclusive, not in the near future anyway. So I just think that some of the Square games are good, some aren't, some I like, some I don't. So
Yeah,
no, Pong, I won't.
fair enough.
No, I just think that it's just like you just think to yourself, you have to like we're going to get Activision Blizzard, we as in Xbox gamers, I guess, and like I don't see that like Phil said, he wants every gamer to be able to play anything, anywhere, on everything,
Right.
everywhere. So, in my opinion, I don't think he would try and negate the PlayStation gamers. And I haven't got any hate. I don't think he's got any hate in him about it. I think it's just a competition thing that gamers have built up because they got nothing else to bother to do. They just want to play and fight on Twitter rather than play games. Just go play games. Play on what you like, play where you like what games you like. At the end of the day, it's no consequence.
Yeah. No, I hear you. I mean, I agree with a lot of that. I think some games, if you want to play that game, just get that damn console. You know what I mean? That it's on, right? Like that's the way it is. Like there's.
Yeah.
And nobody says
I mean,
that
you're not
about...
having to break the bank, are you?
Right.
Let's face it, man. You're not breaking the bank with like $500, even if you got to save it up for a bit. At the end of the day, it's not a $3,000.
Well, shit. At this point, we've had 2 years to save up for a
PC.
PlayStation because you haven't been able to buy one anyway, right?
Exactly.
So it's like,
Right.
like unicorns over here for sure. I can't find a PS Digital 5 digital to get at all, unless I want it on eBay, and I don't want to go down that route because
Me
you
either.
never know what you're getting.
Hey, Lupa, you're absolutely right. I still haven't got me one yet, and I want one, but can't
I
find one.
do. I want a PS5 digital because I'm not having that pregnant one. So
But I wondered if you get that one, if later on it'll like have a little PlayStation.
Hey, now you guys know that Sony only made about 5,000 of those digital ones.
Yeah.
for sure.
They just
wanted to
made it
sell the more
just for a
expensive
price
one.
point. That's all.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Like,
That's
we
it,
have a
just to
lower
compete with the
price point.
Series
That's
S.
it.
That's it.
That-
They made about
that's what it was
5,000
for.
of them.
Yeah.
I think all the scalpers got pretty much just about all of them. So
Yeah, exactly.
Well, the thing is,
And
there's like none available anyway. Period. So it's like if they're having shortages and they know they're selling out, why would they make the cheaper one?
And the thing is that people were
They'd
buying
rather
the
make
digital.
PS4s.
That's what I'm talking about, Lupa.
People were
Oh
buying the
my
PS5
God.
digital, and it actually had the disc drive version in the digital box.
Really?
Oh,
So they
yeah.
got a deal.
Yes.
Then.
So because they didn't have enough, so they're like, well, fuck, let's just throw a disc drive in there.
Hey,
I mean, that thing was
You
added
saved
on afterthought
$100.
anyway. They just
So
put a screw in it, a screwdriver,
exactly.
with a disc drive.
So
on it.
I was obviously joking when I say they made 5,000, but not really.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They did not
Not
make
really.
enough. They did not make enough.
No,
Yeah.
they certainly
No,
didn't.
they just had.
I
it for
don't
a
think
price
they
point.
thought the Series S was going to be as popular as it is.
Right.
And they thought, we just put out some PS4s. That'll keep them content for a while.
Yeah.
No, it won't.
It
want
won't
your
when
old
more of these games
trashy hardware.
start coming out that are like some of the multi-plat games. When some of the multi-plat games start coming out and they're like next gen only or current gen only, whatever.
Yeah.
Then the people are gonna have to like, okay, I really want to play that damn game. I can't just wait anymore. I'm sick of playing on the Xbox One or the PS4. They got to make a decision, and availability is gonna keep coming up to be more and more of a problem. Because as we're in the middle, getting into the middle of the generation in next year, right? Maybe next 2 years, 3 years is that core middle area where all the biggest, best games come out, And within that 3-year time span, which now the chip shortages are rumored to be continuing into 2024, right? If they don't have an answer to be able to get that fixed.
All these mining swines. Stop it stealing all of the PC and chips to make bloody money. Go away.
Yeah, did y'all see like
They keep
Nvidia
stealing it.
lied about how many graphics cards they sold to like farmers? Yeah,
Yeah.
farms and shit instead of actual gamers, like on their like investment stuff. They got called out for that. So it's pretty interesting.
Bullshit.
Fuzzy, let's get back into Square, man. I gotta ask you about this. Like are you a Final Fantasy guy? Do you like Final Fantasy?
Not really. Like
Am I the
for the
only
most
one?
part,
Yeah.
like there are a handful of JRPGs that I'm looking forward to and have played and enjoy, but Final Fantasy, at least the last few, have just not really appealed to me, and I wasn't that big on them when I was primarily even on just PlayStation. So if Sony were to acquire Square Enix, basically the main games that I played and one that they don't really talk about in the whole Embracer deal are the ones that I'm more looking forward to. And that, Tomb Raider, love that trilogy that they made
Right.
recently.
Great games.
Didn't really play that much Deus Ex, but I think it was just because of the timing of when that came out, and there was other more pressing games. I think I was more of like a Watch Dogs guy at that point when that was out. And then I think, if I'm not mistaken, I'm seeing that they have the Sleeping Dogs IP, which
Yeah, I think so.
I
Embracer got that, I
really
think.
hope they bring that back.
Yeah.
I really hope. But,
Sleeping Dogs was awesome, bro.
Yes, that one of, if anything, outside of Tomb Raider, that alone right there to me is worth,
got Legacy of
something
Kain,
being
Which
brought back.
which studio bought or made Sleeping Dogs?
They closed the studio down. I can't remember the
Yeah.
name of them though. Hey, I do have a question, a trivia question. I'm sure you guys know this, but do you guys know what sequel to Sleeping Dogs was initially supposed to be?
It
Did
was
I stump you
it was,
guys?
true,
I
true
feel like
crime.
I've heard this.
Watch Dogs.
True crime.
True Crime. Yeah, it was.
Yeah.
It's supposed to be True Crime 3, which is probably going to be True Crime. Yep. But
United Front Games made Sleeping Dogs.
Well, True Crime
Yep,
was an
that's it.
Activision IP, isn't it?
Square
yeah,
Enix
exactly. It was initially supposed to be True Crime 3. Something happened. I don't know. Somehow it ended over there with Square
Yeah.
Enix. No, but like they were just the publisher. I believe the game was funded. Don't quote me on this. I believe the game was funded by Activision. Something happened, man. There's a whole
Like,
story
maybe
behind
like
that,
some
but
kind
it was
of-
initially supposed to be True Crime 3.
Sleeping
Yeah,
Dog.
there was like a split between the publisher and the writer or something along
Yeah,
those
it was something like
lines.
that. Yeah, it was an awesome game.
United
awesome game,
Front
man.
Games.
Yep, there's a loop. Yeah, awesome game, man. Awesome.
Yeah.
Game.
No,
I
but
already
that-
said that, Mav.
Yeah,
Did
she
you?
did, man.
I'm
She
sorry,
did say
Lupa.
that.
I
I
didn't hear
said
you.
it 5 minutes ago.
My bad.
She absolutely did.
It was your accent. I thought you
No.
said something else. I don't.
Oh,
The accent.
No, but outside of those IPs, I mean, if Sony acquires the rest of Square, that kudos to them. I
Right.
kind of look at it as, why buy the cow when you're already getting the milk kind of for free? Well, they're not getting it for free because
Exactly.
they're definitely paying
Yeah.
some big
Yeah.
dollars for that time exclusivity, or I don't even know if you want to call it time, because it seemed like they got a renewal.
They
on
gave first
7,
dibs
so-
on the milk, though.
Yeah. But yeah, at this point, I guess it'd be cheaper. Like you said, some of the costs of the games are going up, so why not just own everything and not have to really pay a deal, just pay a one-time fee,
Right.
and then it's like, okay, I own you. You make this game now.
Well,
type of thing.
that's where it comes in. It all comes down to cost and return, right? Like what's going to be the best situation for both of them, and that's why I think Certain Affinity at some point will probably be announced as acquired by Xbox, because they've worked as a support studio for Halo like ever since their existence, right? And then they're also like, as Jasper had pointed out on a show, have done work for Call of Duty. We know they've done work for Doom as well. So if they are a support studio, and also this other rumored project that they have in development is published by Microsoft, it kind of seems like if all of the work they do is for Microsoft, is going to be pretty much for Microsoft, at some point you would just assume that it's just going to be cheaper to potentially
That
acquire
sounds like
them.
organic.
It's
that
it's
sounds like
totally
organic
organic,
growth.
man. Yeah,
Organic growth.
yeah. It's the most organic thing that
It's
Xbox will have ever done.
There's nothing organic about gaming.
But yeah,
I know there was talks about maybe Guardians of the Galaxy getting like delisted because Embracer's gonna have to negotiate with Disney for that IP now or some shit.
yeah, because
So,
they
like,
have
if
like
you
the
wanna
back
play-
catalog. It came
Yeah,
along.
if you
with
want to
it.
play like Guardians, you might want to do it before this deal like goes fully through. Just
Yeah.
Yeah. Finish it.
Yeah.
Go finish it, people.
It's a fantastic game.
Yeah, it's
Actually,
a great
buy
game.
it at this point.
Yeah,
just
if
to-
you buy it,
it'd
the
be a
game will be
collector's
like
item.
$100. Yeah.
Well, like so, Guardians probably is is on sale frequently. I would assume anytime like you see a Square. Well, will it show up in a Square Enix sale now, or will it show?
Not no more.
Well, I mean, it will for the time being until that deal's finalized, right? But they said this deal's only going to take a couple months. It's not like the Bungie deal. It's not like the Activision Blizzard deal. I mean,
No, it's not high dollar value.
Usually, a lot of those
No,
license,
it's a poor studio. Poor
a
little
lot of those
studio.
licensed games that get delisted, like the physical copies go up in value a lot. Because there was a like Spider-Man game. There was like one Spider-Man game was on the Xbox One. That game's like $500 now if you buy it disc.
Jesus.
Yeah.
The Michiganders, yeah.
yeah.
I
Gaming,
know
is that how you say that?
The CD version is
Yes, Michiganders.
$1,500.
Gaming Forte with the $2 super chat says this show would be even better with two. I was gonna say Michiganders, but Michiganders, I guess is how you properly pronounce it. I agree, Forte. If you want a link, man, hop in, dude. I'll send you one. You always got the green light here, bro. I don't know what you're up to right now. If you're working, you selling consoles right now. You're playing
You gotta
games.
go check the stock.
I said
at the
I was going
warehouse.
to visit him, but I'm never on the side of town that he's on. My daughter lives on that side of town, but she's grown now, so I don't have any reason to go pick her up or something. But I'm going to visit you one of these days, Forte.
Fellow Michigander. Now I know how to say.
Are you a Spartans dirt or you're a Wolverine?
I'm more of a Wolverine fan.
Okay.
No,
Even though my daughter just got
recently
accepted to
Okay.
Michigan State, though. One of my other daughters, she just got accepted to
There you
Michigan
go.
State, but she's not sure if she wants to go though. It's kind of crazy. Yeah,
That's a big deal though, man.
yeah, it is, man.
Yeah.
The Spartans are good. Good
Yep.
place.
Oh yeah, Magic Johnson went there.
Exactly.
What?
I look. you see that?
I wonder what he
Winning
was doing
time.
there, man. Like, what was he doing there, man?
Well, you can
He was
see
out
he
there,
was
though,
he was
It's in the documentary. Go
Yeah.
watch it.
he was making some inside moves, some drives.
so
You
you
think he
said,
never got
he
his
was
daughter,
posting
though?
up.
Yeah, he was posting up.
He was posting up.
Yeah, he's posting up. Yeah. But yeah, besides that, let's go ahead and get into this, right? Xbox and Epic, I guess, have teamed up to kickstart something that is going to be something that I think we're going to see going forward now with Xbox. And this was a pretty big move because remember the whole deal with Apple and Fortnite and the whole lawsuit that's going on and them removing Fortnite from the Apple store, and it's like, holy crap, that's a lot of people. People don't really realize how many people that is, but you have a lot of like casual gamers, a lot of young kids and stuff that are used to playing on iPads and tablets and phones and stuff. They would play
Yeah,
Fortnite.
when that first came out, I saw all the kids like playing like Fortnite on their phone, and then it was just like a couple months later, it was gone. I was like, oh, guess they're done with that game.
Yeah, and it just got removed. I mean, my daughter played it on her iPad sometimes, right? Just because it was like whatever, like they just do that. And then it was just gone. But now it's back. And not only is it back, it's going to be like, if you have a decent internet connection, easier to access than ever, because all you got to do is go to xbox.com/play and click on the button, and you can just stream Fortnite to any mobile device, Apple included. So this is crazy in one regard, because you also don't need to have a Game Pass subscription. You don't need to pay anything. It's just completely free. And think about how many people are going to be potentially invited into the Xbox ecosystem and get accustomed to making these accounts, these free accounts with Xbox Live and all this stuff to play games like Fortnite for free on an Apple device, which is, for a closed ecosystem, it's the #1 device out there. You also have Android, which is also, this is good for Android. It's good for PC. It's good for all that.
I think there's more Android than there is.
There's
Apple
more
products out
Androids,
there.
but I'm saying for like a closed platform device, it's like the most popular closed platform device.
It's like the
out there.
kids love Apple more. Like the teenagers, that's their thing. The iPhones.
Yeah.
It's pretty crazy.
I can't
mean,
stand
this
that company.
deal. Yeah, and you can also, it comes with touch controls and controller support. So
Pretty cool, man.
if you got like a decent connection and you have been missing playing on that device, you get actually probably a better experience if you have a good connection because you're playing the Xbox version, the Xbox Series X version on your iPad, right? So latency could be an issue if you don't have a good connection, but this seems like I think people are going to start to try this. I think it's going to be kind of promoted heavily, and you're going to see potentially other games do this as well, right? With the
Yeah.
free-to-play formula.
And how many kids do you know have an iPad? You know what I'm saying?
A lot.
A lot.
And they love Fortnite. So they can play Fortnite on an iPad.
Yeah.
On the go. Because
iPad's the cheapest babysitter you can get. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I think the problem is though, like you could still play Fortnite on Android if you download it through the Galaxy Store, but like, are people going to take that? If it's not like just an app you start up and play it, like, are people going to take that extra step, like to stream it and play Fortnite? Like, I don't know if people are willing to just like type it in the search bar, find it, and then just instead of clicking app.
Once it spreads around from the kids will find the way and do what they need to do to make it happen, right?
Kids will go through multiple steps to do something they want to do.
Exactly.
I mean,
adults, no, we don't have the patience. We're like, fuck this.
Yeah.
I just don't see as many people play it on Android, even though you can still do it on there, though. That's the thing.
Well, here's the thing. I think if you have a good internet connection, I think the quality aspect might be worth it, even alone with that, right? Yeah. Like, I know it's not native, but you're getting an Xbox quality game on a mobile device. You know what I mean? That's like what they sold to us to begin with like xCloud, right? And it's like pretty cool. You know, you get to play, and you know you get it at 1080, but if you're playing on a small screen, it doesn't really matter. Getting these games at 60 frames per second, you can see the bells and the whistles of the graphics and stuff, and it's only going to get better and better as the cloud gets better and your internet connections and the houses get better, right? So
yeah, I was literally sitting at the movie theater playing what was it, Spiritfarer on with the Game Pass app before the movie because that's touch control. So I was sitting there like just killing time. No, I'm not playing Fortnite.
Hey, I'm with you, Psychonauts.
Yes. See,
I remember I was playing one time, and I had this guy was shooting, and this dude built a whole hotel right there. And
yeah,
I can't play this game anymore.
Exactly.
And then this like sniped me from the top. I was like, forget this game, man.
Yeah. I just if I've watched enough people sit there, like a lot of them they hide in like the little castles that they make, wait for the player count to go down, and then they come out and like shoot and then build and shoot. And I'm like, I mean that's I guess now they have a no build mode. We'll see, maybe, but that build mode, fuck that.
Yeah, the best players in Fortnite
not my bag.
Do not hide. The best players in Fortnite are ultra aggressive, and those are the guys that, I mean, if you're playing against a builder that's really good and they know what they're doing, they're not hiding by building. They're like using it for offense and defense while they're like attacking you, like full force, constantly.
Yeah,
and it is a pain in the ass. I mean, if you're going against like a player on PC that is one of those crazy streamers that's like insane at building and
like,
stuff.
Quick edit when they're shooting and quick edit the window back out.
If you're not good at that yourself, you absolutely stand zero chance. But that's a small percentage of them out there. Like, it's actually gotten a lot better. Like, I don't know if a lot of them stopped playing or what.
No, but it's the way they've changed the matchmaking. They added like it's 80% bots, 20% players, and then the players are matched based on skill. And
right, yeah. So you come across that a lot less. Like we're usually finishing in the top, and we just like kind of play it casually, So it's not like it used to be, and that's with build or without. And like I can build, but I can't build like that. Kate can build too, but like we're not like going against Ninja. You know what I mean? Where they're like popping that shit up like crazy. But it's really competitive, right? So it's a very important game, regardless of if it's for a certain person or not. You know what I mean? Like, it's one of the most played games in the world still, So to have this tied to Xbox on an Apple device, that's the only way to access it.
Yep.
Yeah,
Which is pretty monster.
That was pretty cool because it was the because Epic Store was suing Apple, correct? To
Yeah, 'cause
allow
Apple removed them from the
Yeah.
store because they tried to circumvent the App Store policies and have
Yeah,
purchases
each
directly through them within
yes.
Fortnite.
And now this bypasses all that. Now this goes directly to
It would go through the
Epic.
Xbox
It goes
store
through the
at that
Xbox
point.
store.
Xbox.
But I'm
Yep.
wondering if they negotiated a special arrangement with Epic for the pricing on
Instead of taking like 30% like Google does, they take like
yeah,
5%.
because I've already talked about like changing some of their
18%.
pricing. You know what I mean? So who knows
Yeah.
exactly what they did to come up with this arrangement? Maybe maybe Tim Sweeney was like, screw it, I'll pay Xbox 30%. I just want to stick it to Apple.
Right.
Well,
Right?
Xbox has said and came out that they were possibly going down to 18%, just to be more. And this was, I think, in 2020 where they were talking about the dropping the price for developers to make the accessibility a lot easier for them.
Yeah.
So
We haven't seen it yet, but maybe this is the start of it,
No.
right?
yeah,
Hey,
but it's you gotta start somewhere,
yeah, for sure. Hey,
Yep.
babe.
They want those 2 billion gamers, right?
Yeah,
Yeah,
absolutely.
exactly.
Do you think, babe, do you think this is going to draw kids like to start
Of course.
using the mobile and cloud services for games?
Yeah, for sure. I won't play it on an iPad just because that doesn't really appeal to me. But
Yeah, but you got it on Xbox, so
yeah, exactly. But now that like Kaylee has played on an Xbox for so long, I don't know if she could go back.
You don't think so?
I don't know.
There's like a certain age group that just don't give a shit. What they're playing on. It's just a game. They don't care if they're playing on
Yeah.
an iPad, phone, console or what.
well,
I
if you
feel
guys
like
gone,
she reached that point where she cares.
I used
a
to
little
play
bit
Call of
more.
Duty Mobile with touch controls for a little bit. Like it just takes a minute to get used to, but like once you play for like a day or two, like you get used to it
Yeah.
and it's all right.
but once you if you guys go on, it's when you guys go on vacation and you don't have she doesn't have an access to an Xbox, having that iPad if she wants to play Fortnite, that's where it's a nice feature to have. And there's
Yeah.
other kids that don't have a console right now because their parents can't afford either to get a console. You know what I mean? So and they only have an iPad, or the parents have an iPad, and
I feel like
it's
when you're married to a gamer, though, like we won't go on a vacation. He will bring an Xbox.
Oh, of
yeah,
course.
Dad will bring an
We'll pack up an
Xbox, but that doesn't mean little Kaylee's gonna have an Xbox.
Oh, he would probably pack 2 in that case.
Yeah.
Yours and his.
Yeah, because we're
No.
like, I would bring in a little TV too, because fuck that. The hotels only come with one, and I'm not gonna let it be dominated by Minecraft.
Well, that's why you buy
Roblox.
the X screen. That's why you buy the X screen.
Yeah.
for
No,
Kaylee
seriously
for-
though, like the X screen is like probably the best thing I could think of for traveling.
Yeah.
yeah.
Man, that thing is sweet. I haven't gotten one yet, but I do want one. But we haven't been traveling, so it's like I would just have it as a little secondary screen to sit on a table for no damn reason. Right now, just to try it out, which would still be cool. But the other
Try to
thing,
get-
Stream Deck, right? Like our Steam Deck.
Steam Deck?
Shit. Sorry, I got this thing in front of my face, constantly. So I see this and I just see it says Stream Deck, and I just want to say Stream Deck. But yeah, a Steam Deck is going to be a really good travel companion as well, right? Because you get Game Pass games on it. There's a
You
leak.
could also just bring a laptop at that point.
Shut up,
That's true.
Jasper.
Jasper's the
Jasper,
facts.
don't
But
say-
a gaming laptop, a good gaming laptop is more than a Stream Deck, isn't it? Or a Steam Deck.
Yeah.
Fuck. Didn't even-
Well, yeah. Well, the Steam Deck is $700 for the best option,
yeah.
Oof.
and if you want a good gaming laptop, it's minimum 1500
1500, yeah.
for a good one.
Yeah,
You
but
know?
you also get full keyboard, mouse, and all that.
Yeah, but those still
Just-
go obsolete within like a damn year or two,
Yeah. And the
like-
Steam Deck won't.
Well, maybe, here's the thing about the Steam Deck though. If I'm getting that, I'm not getting it to play like the biggest and best of the new games. I'm getting it to play
Yeah.
more like arcade type games and like stuff like Dead Cells and shit like that. Like I think it would play like really amazing on there. Welcome to the show, Pong Soul.
Oh,
Look who it is.
Mr.
Family,
Pong.
family. Dirt Griggity. Good to
Look
see
who
you,
decided
brother,
to
man.
Show up. Hey, Pong, what's up, my brother? How you
It's
doing,
been
man?
too long, brother. It really
Hey,
has.
look at this.
Oh, we have two Mystic Anders
and then we
here.
got Forte. He's got to ruin my appearance. I see how this is going to go.
He's
All right.
trying to show you.
All
how
right,
we-
that's fine, Forte. You got to upstage me a little bit. That's cool, man. All right, you come on in. Come on in.
Wait, I can't ruin something that's already great.
Thank you, sir. I appreciate you. Good to see you, Forte, as well, sir.
What's up?
Much. I just got here. I don't even know what the hell's going on.
I don't either.
A lot of fuckery.
Well, you know, Forte pretty much begged to be on the show again, so he just had to.
I
get him
did.
in.
I had to literally pay money to be here. I had to pay my toll to get in here.
No, man, I loved. If I thought it was a possibility to have you every week, I'd just send you the damn link every single week.
Oh,
week, man.
yeah.
Like, we love having some Forte around.
I
here.
like to sleep too, though.
Yeah.
Sleep is for the weak. No.
Oh no. Can't function after dealing with these people I deal with on a day-to-day basis.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like
Some
Forte
people
sees like the casual crowd on the like the everyday
on the
occasion.
on a regular.
Yeah, they just know
Hey, you
nothing
know what
about
the-
games whatsoever. But they're
I
in the
know
game
what the
store.
casual crowd looks like. Some of them don't take baths.
Hey, you want my Xbox that's filled with literal bugs?
Oh Lord.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. This is cockroach and field Xbox or PS4s. I need a refund. Lady, you had that
I
for
have a problem with
6
my
months.
PS5. It has 2 inches of dust around it. What do I do? Clean this
Stop
shit.
smoking around it.
Stop taking pictures of your dirty ass house and posting it on Twitter, acting like the console's a problem. you
Oh
moron.
man,
You know.
that's
Yeah,
crazy.
I worked at GameStop years and years ago, and I would not touch some of these consoles that came in that store. I'm like, no. You can tell. You can look at it, and you're like, oh god. Get the
Yes.
Lysol.
Oh, you mean you can smell it before it walks through the
Oh
door?
god. Yeah. And then you're like, all right, I want all that you got. They got like 30 games. You sit there for like a half hour trying to go through all this, and then you want cash.
People
It's
don't
like,
clean their
yo.
shit before they bring it in.
That's what I
no.
don't understand.
No.
I would like, man, if I trade something in a GameStop, I'll take like a toothpick and I'll get the grime out of like the crevices of my controller.
No, you're very
You know,
kind
like,
of you, but
You're
I'll-
very kind of you, sir.
But yeah, I will say this now. The one thing that about GameStop that I will kind of admitted to this, like, okay, so like I got like an Xbox right now that I'm thinking of selling, and I don't know if there's something wrong with it, right? Because sometimes,
yeah.
sometimes the screen kind of like gets a little weird, right? This was one of the ones I had in my house when my house got struck by lightning, but this was one that didn't go all the way out. So like it works like 90% of the time, but then sometimes like the screen gets a little wonky. Then I restart it, you know. So I don't want to sell that to a person like I would a regular one.
You want to try
But
to
I
rip
feel
off
like
GameStop.
if
Got
I
it.
take that to GameStop when they test it, they're not gonna notice. You know what I mean? So like, that's
Try
got
your
me
luck.
considering right now. Like, what are my
Yeah,
odds?
man.
Now, but you guys are supposed to send that stuff in and get it checked out before you just resell it to customers.
No.
correct?
yeah, resend it in, right?
No. We send it in if it's
hard
actually something
drives.
wrong with it when we check it.
Okay.
Hard
But
drives we send. It's the
but-
So
hard
if it's
drives.
90% functional, it
Come
should
on
be
now,
okay.
we all know when Xboxes were blowing up in people's houses back in 2017, 2007.
the red
Y'all
ring.
were taking them to GameStop and put doing the oven trick, putting it wrapping it in the blanket, throwing it in the deep freezer for 30 minutes and let it heat back up. And then y'all were right off the GameStop. Oh, it turns on. It'll be good for 30 minutes. We know y'all were doing that. We
Maybe.
know y'all were doing it.
I did replace 2 Xboxes back then, but they were still under warranty, because they extended like the warranty like 2 years or something crazy.
3 years.
GameStop actually started
3 years.
taking them back before Microsoft did. That
Yeah,
was
we
the
did.
that was the best part. Yeah, that was the best part. Because I worked at FuncoLand way back in the day, so we dealt with
Oh.
the Nintendos.
Oh, before
The NESs. Yeah, one of our jobs was just to take them in, and then we didn't barely clean them. We sprayed the outside and just wrap them back up and repackage them in a box and put them in the back for resale. That's what we were doing.
Wow.
Now remember, he said FuncoLand. That was before GameStop purchased them.
That's correct.
Yeah, I used
The
to really
original.
Funko Land, man. I
FuncoLand
loved
employees
it.
got paid more too. So
Oh, really?
Yeah, we got bonuses on the Nintendo cleaners and stuff, the pink cleaners they
Yeah.
used to sell. Yeah.
they used to make more money. That all ended
Yeah.
when GameStop purchased everything.
It
Yeah,
became a
'cause
pawn shop.
It was already.
I worked for EB Games before GameStop. But I tell you what, EB Games had better swag before
Yeah.
GameStop bought them.
Swag.
When,
They did.
when they did, we had T-shirts and all this other stuff all the time. And then
The only thing you had to do was look at a yellow wall all day.
I mean, I remember Electronics Boutique. And that's, I mean, Electronics
EB
Boutique.
That is, that's
yeah.
EB.
I know,
That's EB
but
Games.
there was Electronics Boutique, and then they changed to EB Games, right? So
I know you just said it like it was a totally different place.
no,
Yeah.
I'm saying I remember it when it was Electronics Boutique because it had that like purple cursive, like Electronics Boutique, and like
yeah,
neon,
you
you know.
shouldn't say that, but
And,
that's fine.
and you go in there, and it's like all these like PC. There's mainly PC games in Electronics.
Them and software,
Boutique.
etc. Those were the
Yeah,
two places.
software. Oh yeah, software.
I remember
was,
that.
Yeah, software etc.
I remember that.
You can still tell the differences. Because not all the game stuff have been remodeled yet,
Mhm.
which is crazy. You can
Yeah.
still see which ones are EBs, which one were
Yes.
actual GameStops, and which ones were FuncoLands. Because
Yep.
FuncoLands had the closed off cash wrap where they had the DS glass where you could like store the DS games and stuff in it, and then the EBs, the store is yellow and blue. Like they never changed the color. It was yellow and blue. And then the GameStops were all neutral gray colors and stuff.
Wow.
Yeah, they were like that ugly gray carpet.
Oh well, yeah, they pulled that up a while. No, I think that store still probably had that color carpet.
I haven't been in a GaMstop in probably like 8 years.
Yeah,
Oh.
they
Wrong
went
with you.
Really?
a lot of
Bless
the
your
high
soul.
dollar GameStops or EBs to GameStops. They got the upgrade to the red carpet and the whole new GameStop
Yep.
look.
The first store I started running got the upgrade to the red carpet, new cash wrap and everything. Now the one I'm at now, a bigger store, has the hardwood floor.
Oh,
It completely
Nice.
redone walls and
Upscale,
stuff.
fancy
and you
man.
guys
I
have the
know, but it's
iPad,
fancy.
iPads to help people. Like, hey, how can I help you?
Hey, what is
Easy-
this? Hey, what does this look? What does that collectible look like? Oh, just flip the tablet over. That's what it looks like. It's like the greatest thing in the world, and it orientates
Yes.
so you ain't gotta flip the whole camera for them to see it. It's great.
Damn. Chat wasn't expecting a whole history lesson on the stores, man. I can tell you that
Right?
much.
we have like I know the analytics, so I know we don't have very many like 16 to 18-year-old listeners, right? But like for those that are, they're like, what the hell are these guys talking about? You know what I mean?
All right.
Um,
Got 3 generations of workers here. It's pretty nice.
I know.
Jasper's even on the
Yeah.
borderline. He's like, what the hell are you guys talking about? You know?
The only one I didn't know was I think it was I knew Pong's and I know GameStop and Me Games. There was one more y'all talked about that I didn't know.
FuncoLand?
FuncoLand?
Yeah, I knew that
Yeah.
one. There was
Oh, okay.
Electronic
Software,
Boutique,
etc.?
Software.
Yeah,
I've
that
never
one.
heard of that either,
Software,
Jasper.
Software, etc. Yeah, that was mostly out of Canada.
That might,
Yeah, I'm up in Minnesota, so we
Probably
had
a
them.
northern
Hey,
thing.
Hey, 14, didn't we have like Electronic Boutique and Babbage's up here? Remember Babbage's?
Oh yeah,
Babbage's.
Babbage's. Babbage's was the mall. Babbage's
Yeah, that was in the mall, right, yeah.
Yeah, Babbage. I used to remember I remember when GameStop purchased everything, and it was
Yeah.
like at Oakland Mall. You know about Oakland Mall,
in
Darren.
Troy, yeah.
Yeah, Oakland Mall had every store in it, and every last one of them got changed to GameStops. It was literally 5 GameStops
In one mall.
Wow.
every
That's
one
great.
of the stores got flipped over to GameStop,
Wow.
and I was like, "How long is this?"
I think I
going on?
remember that, man. Like,
Yeah.
we were like the late 90s, early 2000s.
Yeah, it was like
I
early
remember that.
2000s.
Yeah, like
That
several
is
GameStops in
hilarious.
one mall. I do remember
Did
that.
you have like
literally when-
GameStop employee turf wars inside the mall? You know, like,
So we run the South Side.
Right.
hey, no, you
Yeah,
pre-ordered
Mall's
this from
here was
Southside
like-
GameStop. You go get your copy over there, man.
You're in the wrong
was
area,
always-
aren't you?
You're
There
in
was
the
always like
wrong
an
store,
upstairs one and a
boys.
downstairs one. Like the downstairs one was usually where you'd have to do all the pre-orders, and the upstairs one was where you do the trade-ins or so. It was just kind of weird in
That's
some of
wow,
the Pennsylvania
stupid.
malls and stuff.
Paying for all that
I have a
space too.
question.
God, I wonder
Yeah.
why GameStop.
Yeah, they made it harder for people to trade in stuff and then easier for them to buy stuff.
I
Right?
have a question, Caitlin.
Yes.
Why is that a picture of Obi?
She's in love with Obi.
What's
She's just
going
finally
on?
admitting it.
I was like, what's going
I'm
on?
in love with this sad picture of Obi that's
Yeah.
going around.
Yeah.
Oh.
There we go.
That is the Napoleon Obi.
Shout out to
He just
Obi.
looks so sad.
Oh my
I know.
god.
He's supposed to be
What's that
thoughtful.
profile picture?
Yeah.
It's a profile picture. He's
It's a
like,
good picture of Obi.
It's a fantastic picture, I would say.
Looks like he's deep in contemplation.
Yeah.
Oh,
Oh,
Rand and
shit.
Rand and all those guys are like just fucking posting so much shit about him.
I know. It's great.
Well, I like the
Oh,
bug
yeah.
snacks and the eyeball. Then they went deeper.
yeah, that
and
was
then
a good one.
And then there was like Obi and the bug snacks eyeball, right? And it's like I don't know. Should we actually get back to a topic at some point? Maybe that'd be a good thing. I don't know.
Good.
We just had a topic. Come
Yeah.
on, man.
Yeah.
Talking about GameStop.
Snores.
Well, you told me,
GameStop.
Pong, to talk about Doctor Strange for 45 minutes, so that way you had a
I
chance
did tell
to
you
talk
that,
about Fortnite.
and you didn't.
because you were really wanting to talk about Fortnite.
Well, I wasn't wanting to talk about Fortnite.
No,
per
that's
se.
what you
I was
said. You
talking
said,
about,
"Hey, I really want to
talking
talk
about the move. It just so happens to involve Fortnite."
Oh,
That's all.
okay. I mistook that because you said, let me read this. Mav, I'm really loving Fortnite now that they brought it to xCloud on phones. And I
Oh.
think I'm going to be spending all my time playing this game. It's actually a lot better than I thought. Make sure you talk about Doctor Strange for 45 minutes because I really want to profess my love for Fortnite. Love Pong.
No, Lord.
God damn. I must have taken some of Psychonauts vitamins and texted you because I do not remember
Oh,
that in any way, shape, or
I must
form.
have misread it. I'm sorry.
Was that letter of love written before or after?
I received it actually in the mail.
Billboard out.
It was in the mail with a stamp.
In the mail?
Yeah.
That's
Oh,
even
man.
worse.
Yeah, he had actually sealed it with a wax stamp. You know,
Oh, I was going to ask you if I had my lipstick kiss on there. I thought maybe I did that instead.
Side with the
Spray of
calligraphy
vanilla
pen.
perfume.
Yeah.
Jesus.
There's glitter in the envelope when I opened
Lavender,
it. too. It's like-
Psycho,
Oh,
lavender.
I'm sorry. It's one of those.
Oh, is that what we were on? You guys were talking about that?
yeah, and
Yeah, we're just
and then you
before
interrupted the
evening.
conversation. You know, it was fine.
I wasn't the only one. I think there's somebody else that popped in along with me here. So Forte also ruined the conversation.
Nope,
Uh,
nope, just you.
The other one's a guest. Okay, so he gets a pass.
All right. So listen, Fortnite Cloud. Look, this is the greatest thing ever. You want to why?
See, I
Because
told you I'm a
this
Fortnite
is
fan now. Let's go.
yeah, no. This move is one of
Yeah.
the greatest moves of all time. You know, a lot's been talked about Sony, investing money into Epic, but you want to know who's really building a relationship here? It's Xbox with Epic. They are putting their considerable weight behind Epic in this whole lawsuit, and they're going to bust open these app stores come hell or high water. This move right here is really putting Apple, Google, and the rest on notice. This is a first salvo, but they had the big gun do the first shot in Fortnite because Fortnite is so damn popular and such a huge draw. Had they done this with like a smaller game,
Yeah.
it wouldn't do much, right? People would be like, who cares, right? You do it with something like a Fortnite, you are taking a crowbar to that door that Apple has on their app store, and you are absolutely busting that thing open right now because anything Apple does, let's say Apple retaliates, because I've seen some people say, well, they're gonna change up Safari so that you can't access this in the next update. There's a lot of people running around talking about that. Look, anything they do, they're already underneath the spotlight from the government. You think Microsoft and Activision Blizzard deals in the hot seat? Apple is one of the tech companies in the hot seat right now. They start doing moves like that to prevent stuff like this. Microsoft is going to be able to sit back and be like, see, told you, we're not the bad guys here.
Yeah.
We're trying to give accessibility to everybody and anybody. And these guys are trying to close stuff down. Right. And this is the perfect chess move in this whole battle. And Epic, again, Epic's going to be so appreciative of Microsoft. Not that they're doing this necessarily for free, but the long game, that 5, 10, 15, 20-year plan that we've been talking about that Microsoft and Xbox have visions of down the road, where they are offering all of your content in one spot on those Azure servers. These are those steps leading to that. And they've got a partner in Epic that was the right time, right place to make this happen. So this move right here is a lot bigger than what people are giving it credit for. Not just because it's Fortnite. Sure, that's going to be gigantic in terms of people, like you guys were talking about, getting into the ecosystem. Hell, they don't even have to get Game Pass or anything. It's for free, but they're still going to sign into Xbox. They're still going to be associated with Xbox when they log in on their cell phone, tablet, whatever the case may be. That's going to be gigantic. But the big play is that future where, again, they don't have any of these roadblocks from an Apple, from a Google, preventing them from realizing what they really want to do, which is to have 2 to 3 billion people all watching, playing content through the Azure servers. And that's the big play here. And like I said, this is the first step, but this is huge. I love this move. I think it's just a perfect way to get around things. And really, like I said, any kind of retaliation move by Apple or anybody else to try to prevent this just makes Microsoft look that much better at the end of the day. Because again, it won't be Microsoft stopping people from playing. It will be somebody else stopping people from playing, especially kids, when it comes to Fortnite. And again, just perfect position, man. I absolutely love this move.
Yeah, man.
Well put, sir.
Yeah, that's a different perspective. Really didn't see it as that way, but you make a good point there, buddy.
Yep.
It's definitely, if they're trying to, have accessibility for all players, and Apple goes and tries to stop it, the FTC or DOJ will definitely be like, whoa. Yeah, because that's the one thing they're trying to stop is keeping Apple and these companies locking people out, So this is a big and smart move. Then it shows, hey, Microsoft is trying to allow accessibility for gamers into the platform. So this helps them on their acquisitions now and in the future. And it's just it's a good smart chess move.
It also goes along with how Xbox is wanting to get rid of the gold thing for free games. So like free games you just be able to play. So like eventually you'll be able to play like maybe even Halo Infinite, just like I guess you already can, but like multi-plat free games.
Well, and Jez talked about that in the Xbox 2 today too, that he had heard that Halo Infinite was going to be the first game to offer this, that they were going to use Halo Infinite to do this first, right? Because you're right, Jasper, the part of that long-term game is to get rid of Xbox Gold, and they do want you to have the ability that any game you've purchased on Xbox that you can play from the cloud anywhere, anytime. They really do want that ability to eventually be a reality. And I think that, again, these are those first steps towards that. Again, they just have a willing partner in Epic who they were able to make a bigger splash because it's Fortnite, right? This is a big move.
Well, I think they made a pre-step before the first step, which was purchasing Candy Crush with like King and all of that. For PC and mobile, and to get out there.
Yeah, this could be huge too. You're absolutely right, Lupa.
Candy Crush, and
I think the marketing aspect from Candy Crush and these other games are kind of underrated, right?
Like, as soon as it gets so used to the Xbox Game Pass ads.
Yeah, I mean, imagine like you're playing Candy Crush and you see a little like thing, xbox.com/play, like an ad. You know what I mean? You know how many people play Candy Crush? Like, I was listening to Xbox 2 earlier, and like they were like, Randall's like, nobody here plays Candy Crush, and I was like, I play Candy Crush. I don't play it. I don't play it often, but like
I've played it in the past for sure. It's the only thing I do play on my mobile.
I'm probably like a level like 2,000 something on there.
Man, how
I just played a little bit. I'm only at level 2,000.
How much? I haven't spent any money on it. Right?
What?
No, I don't spend money.
You did all your moves. It was like I'm done.
Well, I would watch the ads to get more moves. When I run out of moves,
that's what I did. I don't spend money on it either.
So I could just imagine though that ad being like a Game Pass xCloud ad. You know what I mean? Like you know how many?
But I think that's where Xbox falls down is with their advertising. You see a ton on the TV over here of PlayStation adverts and on YouTube and everything, but you don't see Xbox adverts. Very rare anywhere.
Yeah.
I mean, really watch ads on TV, so I couldn't tell you.
Tie your.
No, I mean I press fast forward through them, but hey.
I said tie your Xbox Game Pass points. Gamer Pass. Tie your Xbox Game Pass points and make it so you can use that currency instead of buying Xbox points. You can use it on King to like get moves in Candy Crush.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or what if
That
they're
would be
planning
good.
on really jumping into mobile even more than just having King, and all of a sudden they got a mobile Game Pass? Now that's
Oh.
going to be blocked on Apple,
Oh,
right?
no.
So they are
Google does
opening
that.
up the door for that, right?
Google
Google
So
has
does
some
do
kind
that.
of like
Yeah.
Play Pass
Yeah.
thing on the
Yeah.
Android.
Yeah.
So.
they do.
Pass.
So if Microsoft wants to do that version,
Mm.
they got to make the moves to get it in there. So this is big, man. This is real big. I love it.
They're playing chess instead of checkers, basically.
They're already down 5, 10, 15 years, right? That's where they're at. Everybody's still trying to catch up, right? That's basically what's happening at this point.
Yeah, and
It's true.
That's crazy though. Like it is true. You know, PlayStation had such a head start that it's buying them a lot of time. You know what I mean? And you're starting to see the tides change in the U.S. just with the numbers, right? And that's mainly because of availability, right? I mean, availability is key with all of this too. So
True.
I just feel like the second half, like the next 2 years, is going to be very interesting because you're going to see more and more of this stuff come out, right? More and more move into the cloud, and then more and more accessibility going across multiple devices. That you're going to have the full first-party suite release over the next couple of years from Xbox with Starfield and Redfall. You're going to have Avowed.
Avalanche
And,
games. Pong,
Yep.
yeah, then you get
Avalanche of
potentially-
games, brother.
You got Perfect Dark at some point. You got Fable at some point, and you got, I mean, all these other rumored projects that are leaked. I mean, it's just like an endless, like avalanche, like you guys are saying, and with everything else on top of that, with all the services and stuff, like that's why I was pretty critical about PlayStation of the PS Plus Premium and that whole tier thing, is because I feel like it's like just not enough of a step for them and where they need to get to right now to really
Playing
compete
chicken.
2 years, 3 years down the road. I'm just wondering how much of a head start will.
Yeah, I
will
think it's just
pay off,
difficult
you know,
because like Microsoft, they were thinking 10, 15 years down the line when the Xbox One came out with all the TV show stuff, but they got backlash, so they shut it down. So it's like, I think it's a risk. Like, do we want to start like developing this now and put it out to the public, or do we just want to hold it off and try to do it on the back end?
Well, they're being smart. They're not just announcing it all in one big thing.
Yeah.
Hey, we're
No.
doing
Exactly.
TV.
It's gonna be a
TV.
rollout.
Yeah, they're doing like
It's gonna be a
Exactly.
rollout. Yeah.
stages, right? Like waves. Like
Yeah,
we
it-
keep seeing these little moves that add up.
And Lord Ruffness, shout out to you, brother. He brought up a good point too. That I completely always forget this part of the Activision Blizzard deal. If they get that, they're gonna have Call of Duty mobile. They're gonna have Diablo mobile. They're launching that World of Warcraft. We don't know how
Overwatch.
successful it's gonna be. They've got all this mobile stuff, so there's certainly possible.
That Call of Duty
looking
mobile
at a
thing,
Game
I don't
Pass.
know how much they get of that though, because Tencent's like made
10
that
cents
whole
is
thing.
one of the, but they
Yeah.
still getting a piece of it,
Yeah.
right? And it's still something they could say, hey, if you want to play Call of Duty mobile, you got to log into Xbox, right? Because we now own them. So it's certainly a possibility.
As we're
What
talking
they do
about
with
it, man,
Mobile Warzone?
I kind of
So-
feel like
Yeah, that's supposed
so-
to come out.
I feel like
Yeah.
the more we're talking about this, the more pressure I feel like Sony needs to make the Square Enix deal happen.
I mean, they just get
I
Final
don't even think
Fantasy out
that's
of it. Who cares?
enough.
I just I mean, because like again, those deals for exclusivity and stuff are gonna get more and more expensive, right? Like I don't foresee the timed exclusive deals being like as obtainable. Because remember, like the launch of last generation, right? Xbox was the one that had a lot of the exclusive time deals, right? They had all those relationships with all the partners, right? They had, you know, before that they had the Call of Duty marketing. They had, you know, a freaking Titanfall was exclusive. You had all these partnerships with all these publishers, and everybody was expecting Xbox to dominate. They flopped big time, came out like a flat fish, and then all of a sudden, hey, Xbox isn't interested in third-party deals anymore. But maybe it was so much that the third-party deals, they were becoming
Wasn't
more
interested,
interested in PlayStation because the sales of the PlayStation console was so good,
And
right?
Like that mind share. Yep.
If you're thinking, okay, well, I'll take a $3 million marketing deal and sell to 100 million gamers, or I'll take like a 3 million marketing deal and sell to 40 million gamers, right? What's better to you? You know what I mean? You're gonna go with the one that has the bigger platform, right? But that's not gonna necessarily be the case this generation, and I don't know.
It's not.
With the availability, Dirt, do you think like if it prolongs into 2024, right? Which is what they're saying. But right now is what is I like in the Series S is out there, and you got xCloud on mobile. You got the Xbox hockey puck thing coming out that we don't even know 100% when it's coming, but like that's another thing, that was talked about today. I just foresee like that those deals are going to get more and more expensive. I think Sony needs to make a move for Square at this point, or another
Yeah.
publisher. I don't know.
Yeah, see, the thing is, like, we all know that every generation is different. Just because a console dominated the previous generation does not mean they're going to dominate the next generation. We've seen the PS2, seen the Xbox 360, seen the PS4. So it's like you never know exactly what's going to happen. It's always a well, what have you done for me lately type of situation. And excuse me. What's going on if this PlayStation shortage continues into 2024 like they're saying it might? I believe that's definitely going to hurt them, especially if Xbox is able to have this chip priority thing. I mean, because the Xbox Series X has been available on Best Buy for at least like a week now on my app. I always check my app just to, out of curiosity. They've been there. The X and the S has been there for like a week straight. PS5, I still haven't got my PS5 yet. I'm still looking, but eventually when some of these next gen only games start to drop and more games where they're ready to upgrade, if people like, damn man, where's the PlayStation 5s, and they keep on seeing the Xboxes on shelves, I mean, unless you're a diehard PlayStation fanboy, those folks might just say, you know what, give me that Xbox over there, let me give it a try. I want to play the new NBA 2K23 next gen version. No, give me Xbox. They don't have a PlayStation. So, I mean, that's definitely something that can hurt them if these chips, if the PS5s are not more available by 2020, like as soon as possible, in my opinion.
You need a PlayStation, Dirt?
Yeah, I do, man.
May 28th.
May 28th. Hey, man, what store are you at? I know you're...
Do you want to say that out loud?
Sterling Heights. Yeah. Well, you can tell me later.
Oh, Sterling Heights. It's a big
Sterling
place.
Heights.
Sterling Heights.
Sterling Heights. I always thought you was in Clinton Township or something.
Can I fly to
be.
Detroit on May 28th, babe, and just go see Forte?
May 28th. Okay.
That doesn't help me over here.
I hit you up
in the
after
UK.
the show.
Yeah, hit me up, man. If you need to get one, I'll make sure you get one. Yeah,
for sure. Yeah,
we got to drop. We got to. Yeah,
I'll
that's our next drop, May 28th.
Is that a nationwide drop, you think, Forte, or is that like?
It is. It's. I'll let you know.
Okay.
I'm hit you up, man. I'm gonna have to come out there and get one.
Are you getting a lot, Forte, or no? Expecting a lot?
Pretty big amount.
Pretty big amount.
Nice.
They kind of average about every 2 to 3 weeks. The last one I had was April 27th. So yeah, that's about 4 weeks for the next one.
Right on. And that's usually in store only, though, right? Or is it online too?
They do weekly online. They do every 2 to 3 weeks in store.
Okay.
Right now, at least. But it probably is going to be nationwide. I just don't want to convert because I haven't looked at the email for it. But
yeah,
the last 2 they did were nationwide. So every store had some. It was just a difference in quality per store, depending on how busy you are.
Yeah.
Okay.
High volume stores get more quantity.
I gotta see what that GT7's all about. You know what I mean? That was the game I've been really waiting for. But then it came out, and I'm like, Fuzzy kind of has me semi-sold on it. But
I feel like Fuzzy's the only one that plays that game.
Yeah, well, I was really excited for it, but he keeps posting these little 5,000 credit like raffle things on Twitter, and I'm like, what the hell is that?
Just pop in GT Sport, and you get the same experience.
Well, right now they have kind of a money farm that people are exploiting to some extent, and it's made it a lot more fun because you can buy the cars you want. Like what I'm doing now, I can buy multiples of the same type of car, create my own like custom race, and have fun with it, as opposed to like the stinginess they were doing before. But they tried patching it; it didn't work. It's still going. It doesn't look like they're going to make an update anytime soon. But it's just one of those things where you could tell this game was built around games as a service, and they kind of just wanted to. nudge you towards the microtransactions to some extent or something along those lines, and have it where you have this sense of accomplishment and achievement as far as getting $5,000 on each race type of thing, as opposed to a normal payout, kind of like what you get in Forza or something like that. So
You sound like you were scorned that you was playing that game. They try to take
Well,
all my time away.
Well, it kind of was. It was one of those things where I'm kind of used to like GT Sport. You could do a custom race. You could set it for an hour where it's like, all right, I'm gonna race for an hour, however many laps I do. Even if you finish in the top 3, you were getting like well over a couple 100,000 for a payout type of thing, maybe even $1 million on some tracks.
Oh.
You try to do that now, in a lot of cases, you're lucky to get 3,000 per lap at best, and most of the races only you wind up ending after about an hour on a timed one. I think the last time I looked, it's like somewhere between 32,000 and 35,000. But yet, you can get that same amount on a 5-lap race that takes you like less than 10 minutes. So they made it all kinds of lopsided on the payouts and things, and yet $20 million cars and. Only $2 million for $20, or $20 only gets you $2 million. So it's like,
it's weird.
And this has been your checkered flag segment by Fuzzy Belvedere, sponsored by Gran Turismo 7.
Yeah.
Get out there and buy it, everybody.
No, I saw it. Did y'all see Dealer? Dealer had a video about Forza Motorsport, and it had some cool details in there about some possible information in there that he saw about how the garage is going to work. You're going to have like maybe like a lobby of like 5 cars in there of your own. And that's where you also can like tune and upgrade your cars right there in the same garage. And it was the garage that we saw in the reveal trailer, right? Back at, what is it, E3 2 years ago? And it seemed
The
pretty
last
cool,
E3.
man.
Yeah, was it the last E3?
It was 2 years.
That was the last E3.
It was not. It was 2 years ago.
20.
It was when they released It was when they had the 5 games, right? They had Fable.
Yeah.
They had Forza Motorsport.
Yeah, that was
Avowed.
2020.
Yep, 2020.
2020. Yeah.
But yeah, it seems pretty cool.
Yeah, that's the he was saying that it was like a PGR style hub, so they're kind of throwback to PGR. So Project Gotham Racing fans out there, they're gonna like this new hub style.
I was super excited when Diller said PGR. It's like, oh man, they didn't forget about Project Gotham Racing.
It has that feel.
Nice.
It looks like kind of. I'm pretty excited about that. Let's get to the super chat from Lord Ruffness. What's up, Lord Ruffness? The 5 GBP, $5. I was just say $5. I don't know what that is.
I think what Great Britain pound.
Is that what it is?
That's the pound.
Okay.
That's the
pound.
Great British pound.
5 Great British pounds. Thank you so Lord Ruffness.
Hail to the Queen.
Bad, Mav.
Wow, just got up for work and we'll be rewinding this show for sure. Big belated birthday wishes to Mav. Hope you had a good one, brother. Hey, appreciate you, Lord Ruffness, man. You rock. Always appreciate you. And thanks for the birthday wishes. Yeah, we had a fun stream the other day playing some Halo Infinite. I kind of
birthday.
Yeah, thanks, man. Yeah, I'm
happy birthday, man. I don't know why you was playing Halo Infinite, but happy birthday.
Well, we had some custom games going. Like, I was gonna ask, like, what do you guys feel about like season 2 so far? Like,
tell the truth, shade the devil.
It's kind of disappointing.
Yeah, I see Joe Staten saying, "Hey, I want to see all criticism" in his post today. On
yeah,
Twitter.
he put out a tweet. He was saying, "We feel like we've let down the community or some shit like that." It's like we're gonna try to work harder, but it's like,
is that what they said the first time around?
You know how you work. You know how you help the community. You don't make promises that you can't keep.
And then keep promising, and then
keep promising stuff, and then delaying it, and then telling people that there's going to be a 3-month season, and it turns into a 6-month season.
And then say we're going to change something that doesn't matter, that's everyone loved.
Oh yeah, skill,
skill, It's just weird. It's like they're in like a funky space right now. Mm-hmm. It's like some of I like the new cosmetics with the season 2. I like what they're doing with the payouts. Not a lot of the things in season 2 you have to pay for the battle pass, But then we just heard today I woke up to, and I was a little out of it, that they got rid of one of the slots of the for the challenges if you don't buy the season 2 pass.
Yeah.
And I'm like, at first I thought it was people that didn't buy the season 1. I mean, well, that makes sense. But then Pong and Lady let me know that no, if you don't buy season 2, it's gone. And I'm like, okay, that's a little fucking backwards. Like, there's no, like, I don't get it. I really don't get it.
I just I looked at the new armor, and then I just was scrolling through, can I put any camo zone on it? No, I was like, so it's I don't even care about.
Yeah, they still haven't fixed that part of the core issue.
But they did say that the limitation of each core, the swap, being able to swap is coming. So
yeah, well, another 6 months, maybe season 3.
I don't know. But
what do they need to do to fix the flow of content? And
just make a new game.
No, don't say that.
Man.
Halo Infinite 2 already. Let's go.
Somebody said that.
Yeah.
Somebody
10
said
years
that
yet?
they were
No,
working on
no.
another one in Joe Staten's vision, and I'm like, what? I don't think that would be a good idea either at this point. You know what I mean?
Joseph Staten's exact tweet today was, "Hey Spartans, this week has been bumpy. That definitely wasn't our goal. We are indeed taking your feedback to heart, especially regarding map jumps and speed running. We are reviewing options, and we'll have more news to come."
What happened to listening to the community a month ago, 2 months ago?
We're still listening.
That's what I said. That's what they said before.
Look, man, I don't want to be hard on them because I still blame Microsoft for this. I still feel like, how do I want to say this? I still feel like Xbox prioritized selling mugs over a game being the way it needed to be. We should be excited to play Halo Infinite this November and December, other than last November and December, because the game, everybody knew the game wasn't in the greatest of state when they released it. It was just the fact that everybody was happy to play it because we've been starving to play a game forever when it comes to Xbox.
Yeah.
So I don't want to knock 343 for the situation that they're in. You know, they did have to deal with COVID. They weren't equipped for the whole work from home scenario and everything, and they finally got that under control. And Joseph Staten's in there making some very, very good changes when it comes to just the morale of the company and everything, and getting people in the right places and stuff. So they're heading in the right direction. Halo Infinite will be a great game at some point. That's the one thing people do have to realize, because this isn't a game that Microsoft's just going to let die. It's not going to die. They're going to put all their money, all their resources into it. At some point, this game's going to have so much content in it that you're going to be like, I have to play this game. Yeah, it's just that Microsoft and Xbox in general, just everybody's tired of waiting. So I think that's kind of been the frustration. So once we get games like Starfield, whenever they start talking about Redfall, when we see pretty much the playbook for the second half of this year going through 2023, 2024 on June 12th, I think gamers themselves for Xbox will feel a lot better.
It's kind of like,
and Halo will be kind of a thing that will disappear, because that's the thing I think needs to happen with Halo. It can still be there and people can still play it and enjoy it, but it just doesn't need to be talked about until they get everything situated the way it needs to be. And then I think they can finally move on with the game at that point.
Yeah. Hey, everybody, newsflash, Randolph Thor is alive.
Alive.
Man, I gotta laugh, Rand. I know we shouldn't laugh
I'm
at it.
sorry.
That's an awful thing that somebody did to you, brother.
That
But
is
man, oh man, I'm glad you were here, brother, and I'm glad I heard you today on Xbox 2 for sure.
Yeah,
So.
y'all dropped some goodies there today as well.
Yeah.
And shout out to Lord Ruffness again with another 5 great British pounds super chat. Thank you, Lord Ruffness. And it says, and don't forget, I said Forza Motorsport Shadow Drop. Hey, I don't know, man. That'd be pretty crazy. I think Plague Tale Requiem could be released around then, because I think it's already rumored for the 17th or something, right?
Yeah, that's day one of Game Pass, right?
Yeah, so why not? Hey,
Yeah.
Play it today.
I need to go finish the first
Pass.
one.
Shout out to Lord Ruffness. You're right, Lord Ruffness. Starfield will be the new flagship for Xbox. You are absolutely 100% correct.
Well, here's the thing, about that though, for real, and I don't know if I'm just gonna ask Dirt how you feel about this.
Probably will be.
I feel like soon Halo's gonna have a lot less pressure on it. right?
That's what I'm saying. At a certain point, it
And you know
will.
what? So like the whole stigma, Gears, Halo, and Forza, that is definitely going to be a thing of the past. Like you just said, Halo is still going to get criticism, like which it deserves, of course. But there's going to come a point in time where there's going to be so much content. People are going to be like, yeah, Halo, whatever. I may be playing it at the moment or whatever. I'm waiting for Hellblade 2. I'm waiting for Fable. I'm waiting for Perfect Dark.
Right.
So yeah, that's definitely going to be the case, man, in the future.
Yeah.
And the good thing about those battle passes, they never expire, so you can pick it up at any time you want and go through the battle pass, finish it, and then
that's what I meant to ask because I
move
didn't
on.
read the press release on it. So can you go back? Is it only if you purchased the battle pass already before it ended, or can you go back and buy any battle pass at any time?
You can purchase it anytime.
You can switch
so no
between
matter,
them.
it could be 10. You can have 15 seasons of battle passes if you want. You can go get them. Oh, okay.
If you want to get one level in one and then switch to the next one, you'll be able to do that.
That's what's up. Okay, yeah.
You can activate which one you want to currently work on.
Yeah, I like how you can activate. It's not like they say you got to finish this one out before you go to the next one. You can like change them and stuff, which is cool.
Which is smart because they know that shit. We got with Game Pass, you got games dropping constantly. They can't do a season where it ends and then everyone loses out on it. They needed to kind of go this route.
FOMO does really.
And you don't have to just play the one game for 3 months straight to finish a battle pass. You can just hop around to different games.
So exactly. So this way, if you get I don't feel like Halo today, let me jump in some Starfield, or let me jump into some Forza, let me jump into whatever, and then go back to Halo and finish it out, and or do whatever, So this way, you're not stuck, and you have to be like, if you don't finish it, you lose out on a lot of stuff.
Yep, I'm gonna jump into Outriders and hope my characters load.
I hope all my loot I worked for 2 years is still there. That they still have not turned a profit on that game.
I know they just announced. Yeah, they just announced it today that they can't still turn a profit.
That's because Square stole the money from them.
They put it in
that Game Pass money in RAM. You can't get none of this.
Exactly, because I can guarantee you that contract did not account for Game Pass money, and Sony said, "Nope, wasn't in the contract. Thanks."
Yeah,
anyways.
Thank you.
Yep.
They're like, yeah, this is an easy way to get that money, and they're like, oh, what are you talking about? We never got any Game Pass money.
That's right. What you talking about?
As they're passing the briefcase of the Final Fantasy 16 crew. Here you go. You guys are funded. Go ahead. Get to work.
Yeah, I know a lot of people that was going to buy that game too because they announced it at the last second. Remember, because they came out and said, "Please buy the game. Please buy the game. We're going to give you exclusive skins if you." I was like, "Yo, man," because I had the game paid for, and I was like, "I'm not buying this. I'm just going to play it in Game Pass."
It is a great foundation on that game. Steel and I hop back into it. I
enjoyed it. Yeah.
I re-downloaded it because they've changed a lot, right? They've done a lot of work, and I hadn't played it since they did some of the major updates. Steel and I beat it almost right out the gates first couple weeks, and we jumped back into it. It's a lot better than it used to be. A lot of the updates they did definitely have made a difference. There's still some quirks to it, but I watched that trailer for the DLC coming, and it got me kind of excited again for that game. So I wanted to jump back into it. There is a real good foundation. I wish they would go with another publisher with that IP who actually really gave them the time and resources to work on it, because I think they really have something there that could be special. But
now, does People Can Fly own the IP, or does Square own it?
Square owns it.
Wow.
Square owns it.
Yep.
Well, did the IP really do much to grow anyway? I mean, maybe People Can Fly can take the idea and the concept.
Maybe they could get it back from them, just kind of like IO did with Hitman.
Well, maybe they just learn from their mistakes and make another new IP with a new publisher. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, because I think they're gonna have learned a lot, because part of the issues with that game with the launch was actually on People Can't Fly, right?
Correct.
With the net code issues and stuff it had around launch time. I remember seeing people blaming Game Pass for too many players accessing it, but then it's it just doesn't work, right? The system.
But that's on Square though, right? With the servers though.
But some of it was login problems and stuff that was on People Can Fly, right? And then
gear deletion.
Right, and what they did was instead of making those the highest priority, then they come out with a patch that nerfs a bunch of things. In a PvE game, what the hell are you doing? Fix your major problems first, and then worry about nerfing everybody and making everybody pissed off in a PvE game.
And they were very open to what
nerf
their
made
issues were.
that gear disappearance bug happen.
Yeah.
Yeah, the
Locredito.
naked cog, as we call it now. The naked cog bug. Yeah. Poor Cognito.
Yeah, I like.
K got hit with that as well, and I was like ready to buy the game. I just decided, I'm gonna wait.
Like the gunplay mechanics of the game felt good because People Could Fly did Judgment, so they had that Gears of War gunplay mechanic feel to it, and that's what I liked about it. It had promise, but there was just too much shit. I mean, when we couldn't play in co-op together, I mean, that was just like, yo, what the F is this?
I remember that lasted for a couple of days where you could play with 2 people, but the third person kept getting kicked out and kind of like alternate back and forth, right?
Dude, it was horrible, man. We would play, and then someone get dropped, like, oh, this person's like, yo.
But I feel like also like there's a lot of these kind of games coming out, like these like 3-player, 4-player co-op PvE experiences, and they come out and we play them for like a few weeks, and then they kind of just go into oblivion, right? And like you got Aliens, Fireteam Elite, like I don't know how many people are still playing that. You had Second Extinction launch. I don't know if anybody's still playing that. With Back for Blood, I don't know how many people are still playing that. You know, like it's just,
I don't care for Back for Blood for whatever reason. I don't care for it.
Is when more content DLC comes out, that will generate more user
Back for Blood, I think, has like 2
experiences.
DLCs now.
Yeah, I think Back for Blood is probably the healthiest out of all those games. But it seems like these games come out, and unless there's constant content or like some games just click and they maintain that player base regardless, right? And then they build up. They may go down a little bit and they build up, but some of them come out, people are digging it, then it just dies until they release something, and then people just check it out again, and then they just die again, right? Yeah. So I feel like Outriders is probably roughly in that situation. Like I think
it's probably gonna get a big bump pretty soon. I think the hype's like me. You downloaded it, Pong re-downloaded it. A bunch of people that like on my friends started playing it.
Yeah, but I already uninstalled it again.
Okay.
Oh Jesus!
Why? Hey, what you scrambling for hard drive space over there, sir?
No, I was just like, you know what? There's so many other freaking games that like I'm not even having time for to play, and really to put my all into this and do everything I want to do, like it's gonna take so much damn time. And like,
you got some games on your hard drive that you probably ain't touched in 6 months.
I 100% I do. Yeah, 100%.
I know. So why you gonna delete? What was
because you look at them, Forte. You look at the title and you look at it. You're like, oh yeah, I'm gonna definitely pop that in at some point, right? That's what you do. I do it all the damn time.
Like Titanfall 2 is still on my hard drive. I would never delete that game. There's some titles you don't delete.
I reinstalled Halo. I reinstalled Halo 5 after I played 2 hours of Halo Infinite.
Did you really?
I could not play Halo 5.
I was playing Halo. I was playing Warzone yesterday. I was like, I forgot how good Warzone really was.
I like Warzone. Warzone was always good.
Yeah, best part of Halo 5 right there.
Insurgency on your hard drive?
I do.
Nice.
I do have it on my hard drive still. I also have Immortal Phoenix Rising on my hard drive still too because I'm doing all the.
I think I finally deleted that.
Cleaning.
I got to go back to that. I got the disc.
I heard that was good, man. I never did.
It's very
good, bro.
It's really good.
It's really good.
It's literally
really good fun game.
Yeah, it's literally the Ubisoft game that wasn't made by Ubisoft.
Right?
Oh, wow.
Exactly. That game.
And I think there's a 2 in production really as well for that.
Yeah.
That was published.
And the DLC is really good too. If you get the DLC and everything, DLC is really good too.
Oh, but some of them jumping so hard.
Oh yeah, they are. Some of them do get pretty crazy.
Those puzzles, man, they do get tricky. You're like, oh my god.
When you get into the DLC, they get even harder.
Oh, really? Nice.
Yeah.
I like that kind of stuff. So
yeah,
that's good.
It's really cool game. I loved it. Played it at launch. Bought it. So yeah, it's the DLC and it's nuts.
It's like that vibrant
fly up to those
Breath of the Wild
platforms and stuff.
Yeah, it's like that vibrant, but you can feel that Odyssey of the team because the Odyssey team made it, so you can feel that behind us. So it's really mechanically it's a good playing game.
It is.
So I think it was there's a VentureBeat article today, and I believe it was Grub who wrote it. I'm just trying to double check. Yes, from Grub. Yep. And it was regarding the potential release of the streaming puck and a Samsung app in the next year from Xbox. Now the streaming stick puck, whatever you want to call it, has been like talked about and rumored for over a year now. I mean, we've had several discussions about it, and it seems like it's going to be a real deal thing. Grubb says in the next 12 months, Microsoft plans to release an Xbox Cloud gaming streaming device. This will likely look like an Amazon Fire Stick or perhaps a small Roku-like puck. And like a Roku, the Xbox streaming device will enable you to access movie and TV services in addition to a library of games through Xbox Game Pass Ultimate. In addition, if you already have a Samsung Smart TV, though, you can maybe skip a separate device entirely, as they're working closely with its partners at Samsung to develop an Xbox game streaming app for that company's TVs. That, too, should debut within the next 12 months. Now, this is stuff we already talked about, but here's where I want to go with this. Like, with the Fortnite announcement that we just had, and then now this, Xbox has all this movie and TV content. Is this potentially going to be a more in-demand type streaming stick option for people? Because if you right now you got like what Amazon Fire TV and Cube, you got Roku, you got all these other things, but this is going to have like the full force of Xbox behind it, right?
More casuals will pick this up.
Yeah. I mean, how much do you think they could charge for something like this?
50 to $100.
I was just about to say that. Yeah, about 50,
Yeah,
60
50, 60.
40,
yeah.
$50.
What if there's
$99 with a controller.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
With the controller,
Exactly.
$100.
Yep,
Yeah,
$99 with
Do you
a
think
That's
you
what
guys
I'm
think
saying,
there'd be
yeah.
like a light option and like a 4K, like hardcore option? Because like sometimes that's available for Roku and Amazon. There's like multiple...
Roku has ones that plug in that just has Wi-Fi, but you can get the bigger options that have Ethernet ports.
Well,
Right.
It'll probably have 4K.
I think the one they have will just be. I think they'll just do one that has 4K. And the difference will be like what they just said when it comes to like the controller pack in. That will be the other version of it. Because at a certain point, the Roku drops to like $30 when it's on sale for 4K. So at that point, you might as well just have a all standing unit that's like $40 or $50. That's just 4K. Then if you need a controller, it bundles it for $100.
Yeah, exactly.
Maybe it also will probably come with 3 months of Game Pass in it too. So
I feel like it'd be good to just like throw in like a guest room or some shit. Just like
that's what I was gonna say.
Yeah.
Like something, yeah. So you know, it's already easy to take little man. Shout out to the Iron Lords. Take little man around with you because it's so small. But yeah, I can see myself like if you're like I'm on my laptop right now, I can see myself plugging in something like that on like a just standard TV or something that just has a USB port on it to power it and HDMI just to get access for it and stuff like that. Or even in general, if you got a laptop that's not powerful enough, you could do stuff like that too. Because I just think they're opening up all the possibilities for Xbox just to make sure you can enjoy the games you want no matter where you are at any moment, which was kind of the idea behind Stadia, but it just kind of fell through because
Did you say Stadia?
Yeah, the Stadia. Well, let's be for real. Stadia's premise was amazing.
Yeah, it was.
It was just the fact that they didn't let you had to buy your games all over again.
Yeah.
Which was a terrible business model.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, I don't know what they were thinking with that. Like, maybe it's because they don't really have any studios or any IP of their own.
Well, they had a couple. Then they say, you know what? Nah, we don't want any studios.
They were supposed to
like,
make
oh,
like
you're doing a good job,
right?
and you're closed.
Exactly.
Good old Phil Harrison.
Yeah,
Phil Harrison.
Yeah,
Phil Harrison was around the PS3 launch, around the Xbox One launch, so you know that dude has a bad track record.
Yeah, he got a bad reputation.
He's got some bad.
Hey, I want to come make a console with you
jujus,
guys.
let me tell you.
So what's the opposite of the golden touch?
The Death Touch.
Oh man, we got some people saying they still use Stadia. Shout out to Jesse.
Shout out to Jesse.
Hey.
You know, we have a segment now on
Great
FSP
technology.
called Tidbits.
You're
where
the fifth person out there that has it.
The technology is good though.
Congratulations.
from what I heard.
there was a game
They
that
could
came
do
to Stadia this week.
Well,
I don't remember.
it
what
says
it
they
was.
can do
Only to
4K.
Stadia?
It was Overcooked, I think. Wasn't
Yeah,
it?
Overcooked finally made its way to Stadia.
Oh man, okay, so Overcooked. Wait, now wait. Not even a double pack, not Overcooked 1 and 2, just Overcooked.
No, it
Oh,
was
this is
like-
the big
second
one
It
with
was
all
the
the
one with all the
DLC.
DLC and
It's the
Oh
new
everything.
one.
my
Yeah.
complete
god.
edition.
Okay, that's
Yeah.
old. That's been on Switch for a while.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it has been.
Yeah.
I think
Forte
the
was
only
just
game-
about to be like, "Hey, do I have to go out and get a Stadia? Wait, what are
No,
you guys
I
talking
had
about?"
listen, the last time I
Yeah.
played Stadia is when all the cheating was running rampant on Destiny on PC. And
Yeah.
And I was
remember
like,
that.
yeah, I think we're going to Stadia where it's a little safer. So I literally had a $10 subscription for 6 months to play it over there. Anytime I wanted to do PvP, I played on Stadia,
Right.
which was not bad at all. I ain't had to deal with cheating. And
Yeah.
then Xbox finally got the 60 frames per second mode when the Series X came out, and I was like, yep, time to come back to console.
The only thing Stadia got that I wanted was Serious Sam
Ooh,
4, and then that finally
tidbits.
came to Xbox. So.
Xbox, yeah,
Hmm.
and then Game Pass too.
That's Tim Hortons right there, man.
Shout out to RWK88 with $2 super chat. Says just showing some appreciation for the content. Hey, appreciate you being in the chat. Everybody else too. I see the Dean Files there. Jesse B, Vic the Click, Tony Grasso, Ducato, Crazy Greek dude. What's up, Crazy? He's freaking good at shooters. If anybody ever wants to teammate play with Crazy Greek dude.
Yaso Dimitri.
Ryan,
Nice.
again, Lord Ruffness.
Roughness.
Yeah, sorry I can't get to everybody. ATL. Appreciate all you guys hanging out. Yeah, so think about this though, that streaming device, right? You got low price, let's say $60 or $100, right? Or $50 and $100, whatever you want to say. And then you also have Game Pass Family subscription that's coming out. That who knows how much that is? Like 30 something bucks a month. You get 5 accounts, right? And then you got like last generation. I've said this many times. I had an Xbox on every display in my house, right? Because I preferred the ecosystem. It's like where I like to turn on to access my movies and TV and all the apps and stuff. You know, I have my controller so I can just easily go back to my games if I want to. And like we all played in different places in the house. You know, it's like if we're in the game room, you can play there. You're in the living room, bedroom. You know, my daughter has one in her bedroom. So we had a lot of Xboxes. But this is going to be something where it's like, okay, I can get this. And, you know, if you get a TV, it already has it on there. Or not, you can get this. And you don't have to buy like a whole Xbox, but you still have access to the ecosystem. Now, as long as your internet connection can handle it, you know, I think it's 2 years from now. Imagine how many of those could be potentially out there. Giving people another cheap access option into next generation game where you can play like next gen games. Sorry, Pong.
That just increases like the word of mouth of like games, like potential the word of mouth to spread. Like you start playing it, and then it's like I don't have an Xbox, but I can play on my TV, and then they all start playing on the TVs and shit.
Well, just imagine this too. Like when somebody goes into Target or Best Buy or Walmart and they go to buy a streaming stick, and they see Roku, Amazon, Google, Xbox. Right? That holds some power there to be like, okay, well, this one I get to play Xbox games on. You know what I mean? Like, I think just even not even being in the gaming section separate into that other section is going to hold weight in its own, right? Because you're
going
to
get Roku and just like get their whole TV division going.
Yeah,
and, you know, but Mab is right though. Hey, Mab, but especially when they start to, you know, like once it's finalized to advertise Call of Duty, you know,
you get Call of Duty on that little
you
box.
can play Call of Duty.
Minecraft, put it on there too, right? Put Minecraft
Oh,
on there. Put COD, you know, put a Halo.
If they open up the store through the puck too, so you can just buy it even if you don't own a console. You can buy games.
Yeah,
like if there's not something on Game Pass that you want, but you don't have the console, you know, you don't, but you can still go to the store, buy it, and play it right through the puck. That would be pretty sweet too.
That would be awesome.
Yeah, we're gonna see a lot more games going through xCloud, and be able to just download these games when you buy them, just stream them straight off the console. Especially
cloud.
Once they implement Orion into their SDK, that's gonna be insane. People are gonna see how they're gonna get their latency. It's gonna be almost hardware level latency. And having no hit to bandwidth, so you don't have to have a 5G connection. You can still play on 4G and still be able to play these games almost natively as you're on the console. is going to blow a lot of people's freaking minds, because that's what the whole Bethesda Orion presentation at the 2019 E3, if you guys remember that, and they have that technology now, so they're just waiting to implement that, and once that does, it's going to change this whole market for Xbox. It's going to change, and you're going to see a lot more people like, I don't want to spend $300-$500 for a console, but I'll spend $50 on the streaming puck and see what it's all about, and they're like, holy crap. And that could be, and they don't need to buy hardware, because that's the thing with Microsoft. Right now is you're a subscriber to their subscription service. That's, to them, that is the number one. It's active users, and that's what they care about.
And the key thing to all of it is you got to have the games, right?
Right.
Without the games,
Xbox has no games.
without the games, none of it matters. But like, they've invested so much with that, and even acquiring these different publishers and studios and all this stuff and IP. It's like that's an inevitable thing now, right? So it's gonna have endless supply of games, subscription service. You kind of see the whole end game of when Xbox and Microsoft decided to go all in on gaming, like this multiple step approach. You're starting to see like these things starting to come to fruition of like what the end game is going to be, right? And you can just kind of see it now, where everybody's been kind of stuck in this like last generation mode, and even previous generation, with the mindset of how the business works. It's different now, it's completely different.
Yeah. Well, the market's changing.
Yeah.
What?
You got Stadia, Luna, they're coming in the market, and you see them going to the streaming route.
I thought Stadia was dead.
Yeah, Stadia came in and left.
They're still there.
Yeah.
They're just not up front as.
Well, aren't they relaunching it like Google
be.
Stream or something like that?
Yeah, Google's going to relicense that tech out because the tech's so good. So.
Yeah,
tech is really good.
It's not gone, but it'll be back. But
it's forgotten.
Sony, why can't they make them and Sony just partner up and make like the true like Game Pass competitor? Because step around, Azure, step around AWS, be Google. I don't know.
Because Sony corporate is just they're not there yet.
Google's trying to compete, and Sony's trying to compete. As their competitors, they're not trying to join up.
They're just not there.
Not only that, Sony probably is still a little gun shy after the Gaikai purchase years ago that didn't really pan out for them. So I think they would be more willing to just use Azure at this point, as opposed to trying to bring something in-house that they own, and then they'll be responsible for all the upkeep and maintenance and whatnot. So
yeah,
a lot of convincing to do on that side of things. Forte, from your side of things, being brick and mortar and being in retail, obviously still on the ground, would that puck at those price points not just be an impulse buy at your store? Like,
oh yeah, they would. They
like
would
a throw in.
Yeah, they pretty much. No, they would probably have us put them literally at the cash wrap. First thing people will see right next to the batteries. It would just be another option for people. I think in general, I think that's the whole partnership with Samsung that they had when they announced the Xbox Series X. And actually going all the way back to the Xbox One X when they had that partnership back then. This has always kind of been the plan. I think the puck is just going to be something that's going to get people into the ecosystem, but the long-term plan is to get people buying TVs with it already built into it, so you don't have to have anything else. So it's like you already have this option that you're at the house level that you can use, and then the puck will be something that you could just take somewhere on the go with you, pretty much like you would do. It's instead of the whole carrying your console around. Right. They already, Phil Spencer's been on the record multiple times saying that there will always be a hardware solution when it comes to physically playing your games natively.
Yeah.
Right.
But I do think the further and further we get, like 10, 15 years from now, I do think there will still be a way for you to buy a box. But at that point, internet like Comcast, I have Comcast now, and they're about to up everybody to one gigabit up and 1 gigabit down.
No, it's 1 gig net. According to
Yeah,
Cypher.
He
gigging
wasn't
He
here.
wasn't here for that.
Yeah, sorry.
He wasn't here.
He wasn't here for that. Okay.
Gigging that.
Oh.
Gigging that. Get it right.
Web.
Oh, it's gigging that. That's what it's
Gigging
gigging that now. So yeah, so they're upgrading everybody in our area. Because I'm on a gig now, but I only get 40 up. So I'm about to start getting the gig up on that. So
Ooh.
I think the closer we get to that being the norm everywhere, then you'll see the viability of people just going out and just saying, "Hey, I'll just buy this little streaming box." Because right now it works great for just streaming video, but you know, I think it is kind of a hanger for some people, depending on your situation when it comes to just playing games that way. Even knowing I haven't had an issue doing it, there are people out there that do. But I do think that is going to be the future for a lot of people when it comes up in the next couple of years or so.
I better have that Wi-Fi 6.
Wi-Fi 6, you better have it, man.
Wait, Wi-Fi 5. Wait, 5 don't even work yet.
Oh, hey, listen.
I'm
Forte,
just saying
I
it's
don't
a
know.
big deal. Apparently,
I just heard some people say that Wi-Fi 6 is a game changer, and PlayStation 5 has the advantage on streaming games because of Wi-Fi 6. I just heard somebody say that.
The series
that's
consoles
next
aren't
gen.
next gen without it. Yeah.
Yeah. I've heard that.
That-
Not
I
saying
have-
any name.
I have an Ethernet port, so
Guess what?
Okay.
Guess what? This PC I'm looking at has Wi-Fi 6 in it too, and I am not using it. I'm using a Ethernet cord plugged into it.
Exactly.
There you go.
Exactly.
So why would I trust that thing?
Yeah.
And my router's sitting right behind it, so I'm literally right next to it. So I no latency
man.
whatsoever.
I'm just saying what I heard, you know.
Listen, man. You know,
There's a lot of stuff you can hear out there, Dirk.
Listen, you're the truth teller.
Yeah, man. You know.
Dirk Griggy's the truth teller out here, man. Having me dying on the show.
I think the
Oh,
hardcore that would actually
Thank
care
you.
enough about that would be more likely to use Ethernet anyway. Right? I understand there's
Exactly.
certain situations where you
that's
can't,
the
but like,
point.
it is what it is. Like,
It's just one feature that one other plastic box doesn't have, so they're gonna parade it and be like, "It's the best option out there."
well, they got to have Wi-Fi 6 to keep up with that SSD speed. They just can't keep up.
Oh,
the games
yeah.
loading in
Yeah.
time.
SSD.
You know.
Well, what about that? What about that AK that's printed on that box?
Oh my God! You come on! Now you guys are being messy.
Well,
What
you
are
can
guys
you can
doing?
we got to cool that with that
view it on
liquid
an
metal.
8K TV.
There is a nice little golden 8 and K on that box too.
Yeah.
So
Mhm.
you know,
Yeah, it is. Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, that's
if
the
it's
truth.
480p.
Upres.
Ooh, 480.
What?
Oh,
Wow.
man.
I
Oh,
say
man.
the Mav fun speculation in the Mav show does not support the views and responsibilities of what this man just said.
It's all in fun here. Like, I think all of us want to see all the consoles
No,
succeed.
It's
right? But-
no, we do. We
It's
love
about
everything.
the games at the end of the day. Who cares?
It's
Yeah.
Play the game.
Wait,
So
are you
you
building
still have
something?
to-
What the hell is going
It's
on?
an Omni Blade from Mass Effect.
Yeah, it is.
oh, he's about to shiv somebody.
About to shiv you for saying that, man. That's what these ponies. That's what these clickety clacks out here about to do to you. About to come
The
for you,
stable's
bro.
coming. Are you saying the
Oh,
stable's
man.
coming?
Yeah, listen.
Hey.
Where's slow mo at? That's what I want to know. Is we got to be
He
worried?
probably sleep. You know, he getting older.
Yeah, he watched the Doctor Strange and went to bed.
Or he's
Yeah.
talking to Luca, one of the two. 'Cause that's what
Oh
they do.
shoot! Well, we know us well too well. That's normally our routine. We talk to Luca, go to bed, talk to our friends more than we talk to our family.
So
That is all.
Jesse B says Wi-Fi 5 and 6 allow more throughput. It's almost as good as an Ethernet cable with the right router and receiver. I got Cat 6 cable in my house, ran throughout
Yeah,
everywhere.
but see, the thing is, they're with the right router and almost as good when I could just run a cord.
He said the word almost. It's just not as good.
Yeah. I mean, Ethernet. Here's the thing: like, Wi-Fi is getting better everywhere over the years. Internet's getting better. The cloud's getting better. Dirt was right. Like, you know, I think 15 years from now, we're still gonna have hardware to buy, right? If you're that dedicated enthusiast, right? But I think at that point, also, it's gonna become less necessary for even a hardcore experience. So you're gonna see that option of like people are gonna get more accustomed to it, and it's not gonna be like that taboo thought anymore of like, oh, I gotta play the games. on the cloud and
Mhm.
stuff. It's going to be like, oh, I'm used to playing, but I can play even better if I get the device that has everything native.
Yeah.
So you're gonna, and at that point, I think the consoles could even be more expensive because then you're less it's less about the console to access people gain access to your ecosystem. The console at that point is an option for the enthusiast, and the mainstream already has access to the ecosystem, right? So
Yeah.
at that point, I'm thinking like they could go all out for crazy ass hardware at that point and make some stuff that we ever dreamed of as gamers and not be held back. You got consoles that are literally potentially comparable to PCs down the road.
Right.
That's what I would hope for in the end game on this. Like if I have to buy like a $900 console, right? But if I don't, I get like still an amazing
there.
experience on cloud. I'm down with that because then I
Yeah.
won't be held back potentially by limitations of hardware, and I can get the best experience possible. Right?
The cool thing is the fact that
What are
Xbox
you
puts on
hammering
their.
right now?
Oh,
That's just a hammer.
Oh, this is the stand. No, so this is the stand that my emulator was sitting on. I don't know why I was doing that. I was like hitting my leg with it for some reason.
So you look like you're like playing like polo, like
wake up.
No,
wake
he's
up.
trying to beat back the stable.
No, but what I was thinking is the biggest thing with Xbox is, even if they decided to go against and I don't think they will, but even if they wanted to go away from selling just Xbox itself and just let it be the ecosystem, the fact that they made the play to put your games on PC day and date, you always have a hardware option just on the PC side.
Yeah.
You can always download and play these games directly through a PC. So even if Xbox themselves stop doing it, which I don't think they will, you will always have a way of natively downloading games to a system and playing it, even if it doesn't say Xbox on it, which I think is part of the reason why they made that initiative to move to PC, which is something they did before Game Pass was even a thing.
Yeah.
Could very well be, yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Play anywhere.
I just think that if you just look at the way technology is going, if you guys said 10 to 15 years from now, that's going to be like a whole new generation of teenagers, right? And the way things are going now, everything is just push to play, instant.
Yep.
Yeah.
And I do believe you, Forte, what you said. I agree with you. There will be some type of box, but I also agree with Mav. Said, yeah, the box will still be there, but it might not be the most important piece.
Right.
It's going to be one of the options, like it kind of is now. It's one of the options, but I think in 10 to 15 years, it's going to be even less of the biggest option. It's just going to be there for maybe people our age. If 10, 15 years, I'll be my late 50s,
that
early
high
60s.
spender, that really wants to go all out. That's like
yeah. So it's just like if you look at the kids nowadays, I was trying to explain to my daughter a pager the other day, a beeper.
Oh Lord!
I was trying to explain to her. I was like, so she said, "Dad, let me get this right." So someone would text you. I was like, "Well, it wasn't texting, honey. It was they would just put their number. They would, tell me where to call them." She was like, so they would text you a number, and then you had to find a phone to call them, and she just couldn't think about it. So
it's so
cassette tapes.
Have you
Like
told them
that.
about payphones yet? And I was like,
oh yeah,
we had these
watching-
things called payphones.
But we was watching some 80s movie. Oh, you know what? I show her 80 movies. She loves 80 movies. My 13-year-old. We was watching Night of the Creeps. She loved it, right?
Okay.
Nice.
And they were on this payphone. I was like, they go payphone. She's like, wow, y'all used to like random payphones. She's like, well, it was like before COVID, so you
It's
she's
before
like, y'all,
COVID.
so she's like, like y'all like carry like baby wipes to wipe it off, alcohol wipes. I was like, no.
And they weren't clean either.
No. They were dirtier than your toilet bowl. They were-
Exactly. So I was just saying that. So my point is that I just think, man, 10, 15 years from now, who knows what's going to be. As long as everything is working right, like you said, Mav, if the cloud is working great and I'm still able to play my games at 60 years old, however old I will be then, I'm going to be happy.
Well, all you got to do is think 10 years ago from before today and what
Right.
we had. Cloud just became a thing for a saving option. And it was like,
Right.
oh, this is cool.
Right.
you know, and
10
then
years
like
before that, you had memory cards and you had hard drives.
yeah, that were like $40
Oh,
for 8 megabit.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
And Mav,
Like,
I posted that tweet
Yeah,
from
was
from
20
somebody that
20 years
showed
ago.
the 20 years ago the IBM ASCI White was the fastest supercomputer in the world, right? One of those rooms, right? One of those rooms. It had a theoretical performance of 12.3 teraflops.
Oh, I saw that picture. That was yours. I saw that.
And here we are. Now we got this little box with 12
Wow.
teraflops.
That's crazy, man.
And that was the
Technology.
fastest supercomputer in the world 20 years ago. Yeah, man.
Technology, man.
Yep.
do you think like
Damn, that's cool.
Todd Howard 20 years ago was looking at that, man, maybe one day if I could take this power, I could make
If
Starfield.
we could just harness that into the
if I could put
Xbox,
this room into a
I
box.
could make my dream game.
Yeah.
Oh man, that's crazy.
So,
I didn't
so
even know
10 to
even
15
something
years.
like a terabyte. I mean,
Yeah.
wow, like what the hell is a terabyte? Now it's
Yeah.
common knowledge.
Yeah.
Like, oh yeah, these consoles have 1 terabyte of storage.
And now with
Wow.
Microsoft, Flight Simulator, we're talking about petabytes, right?
Yeah.
Right,
Now we're talking about
yeah.
petabytes
I'm
of
like,
data.
what the hell is a petabyte?
That's too close. They need to change the name of that one. Like, you know, I don't want to say PETA
Oh,
all the time. You know?
Oh man, that's crazy.
The what? I'm sorry.
You know, this ain't Sony, so.
Oh,
Oh, come on.
Wait a minute.
Oh,
Hold
the
up.
dirt influence all over this show. Look at you got Psycho going crazy. My
Chilling
God.
out
man.
of his mind.
TTS up in Xbox Ultimate. Look
I
at
thought you played everything. I thought you were a neutral psycho. We have been
Man.
neutrals,
I
by
mean,
the
have you
way.
checked
about to call
Psycho's
it the
Twitter?
The R. Kelly bite. I expect you to say the Sony bite.
We know you ain't a neutral.
Yeah. The Psycho's
No,
definitely.
I like my Sony exclusives. That's it.
Me too.
My
I do.
PlayStation.
I love
Yeah.
Sony exclusives. PlayStation. I love them.
PlayStation is a solo gamer's box.
Yeah, there's
Xbox
nothing wrong with that.
It's a friend's box.
At the moment, but they're definitely trying to make it more than that, which is understandable.
Yeah, they
No,
got 10 live service
I'm
games coming
looking
out.
Forward. Yeah, I'm looking
20
forward to more
20 years
3D.
behind.
We'll see if the
Yeah.
PlayStation gamers can figure out how to use the
Third
chat function on their headsets without sounding like they're in like a freaking tornado. you
Well,
know?
doesn't it come through the controllers now or whatever? Don't they have a mic in the
Yeah.
controller?
That's because they're constantly blowing on their controllers.
No.
Of course,
man.
it sounds like a wind tunnel.
hey, Forte, what you doing, man?
I wouldn't touch no PS
That's what-
controller.
that's what
It's
it's
like
like.
the germs on
He's
that
playing
thing.
Guitar Hero.
He said a Mass Effect Omniblade, some like mic stand or
They
something.
should
Now he's got to
totally
get
bring Guitar Hero
He's
back.
pulling out all his game stuff.
Is this like the show and tell of
Brookfields.
Forte toys?
Oh,
Like,
no.
I'd like
yeah.
to see Forte's room, man.
No,
This
it
has
was
got to be
sitting-
stacked.
it was sitting right here next to my leg because we was on Crossfire earlier. We were talking about guitars and
Crossfire.
stuff, and I was
Oh.
like, I have a lot of guitars
Yeah,
I used to love that show back
for
in the
Rock
day.
Band. A lot of them.
that's one thing I want to come back so bad. You know, they
They
tried.
should bring that back, man.
They
should
tried to bring
that
it back. It didn't catch on. You know, like they brought it back. I
Yeah.
remember seeing all the
Yeah.
stuff back in
They
the
brought it
stores.
back
4
years too early.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Yeah.
Guitar Hero.
I think
4
Xbox will do it now if they get them.
I do
Yeah.
too. Yeah. I do
Because
too.
Because that
If
could be
that-
the ultimate games as a service. Just constantly keep on dropping songs in there,
Mhm.
but no
Yeah.
songs are kind of expensive to license though. So I don't
They
know.
are, but Activision just did it wrong because it kept forcing, everybody to put out more and more, like a new game, like every 6
Yeah.
months. I think at one
More
point.
than
It was-
enough.
There's
Yeah, it's
Aerosmith and the
ridiculous.
Beatles and
Yeah,
Right.
yeah.
Guitar
Is-
Hero.
if they did it the right way, like you just said, Dirt, and just sold, hey, they can sell a season pass now to
Right,
Guitar Hero where you get the
exactly.
music, right?
Rock
So-
tried to do that, but
Yep.
it's
Yeah, but it was like Dirt said, it was too early. So,
Yeah.
or
What
Forte did.
so Activision made Guitar Hero. Who made Rock Band?
Harmonix.
Harmonix.
Yeah.
but who published it?
that was EA,
Rock-
wasn't it?
Star.
It was EA. EA published
EA
it.
Agrees.
Okay,
Yeah,
okay.
Yeah, so Rock.
Okay.
So it
Now
would be
that-
Guitar Hero if it comes back from Xbox.
It would be Guitar Hero for
Right, yeah.
Xbox.
I think
Rock-
they should.
Because Rock Band had the Xbox One adapter that you can use, or 360 guitar, drums, and all that.
Mhm.
So if they had something like that for Guitar Hero, that you can use your Xbox One, I'm guessing Xbox One and peripherals can be used on the Series X. Then you
It
can
can
use,
be.
Yeah.
so you can use all your old guitars and everything else, so you don't have to
Yeah,
buy
that'd
new
be
stuff.
pretty cool.
I
if
want
you
to
still have
know.
'em.
I want to know from Forte though. where the hell is the Rock Band / Guitar Hero graveyard? Because I know how when I walked into GameStop, like there would be like a mountain
everywhere.
wall of
He's
traded
everywhere.
in
Yeah, I remember
guitars.
seeing it,
I walk
yeah.
in, I'm like, how the hell why do you keep taking these damn things in? Because you got like 100 of them behind your cash register. You're not gonna sell all those damn things. They all had to go somewhere. Like,
Yeah, it's called a trash can.
Oh, man.
Oh,
like
I'm serious.
with the
After so long, they field destroy them
yeah,
if they don't sell them.
there had to been a mass
or we'll
dumping.
donate them. Like I think my store donated them to somebody. Maybe I think it's been so long. It's probably been like 6 or 7 years since that was a thing. I used to hate taking guitars too, because half of them you didn't even know if they worked because you had no way of really checking them.
I can imagine Forte testing the guitars.
You weren't setting up all
jamming
the
out.
instruments
Let
and
me make
testing them
sure.
out. Come on, Forte.
Yeah. Because our store manager pretty much told us stop taking them in. He's
Yeah.
like, just don't take.
Don't take those no more, please.
Yeah.
Well, it
He's like,
says we can, or customers will be
cost-
like, "You said we could take them." Like,
Yeah.
the website says you could take them. It's like we have way too many. We can't take them.
or he goes like now it get. I think it was like 20 cents that you could. Like, you really want 20 cents for that guitar? Like,
Wow! But people will say, "Yeah, I want 20 cents for it." I'm like,
they just want it out of their damn house.
Yeah.
They got out of my house.
I was like, "Here, I'll give you 20 cents on my
here's
pocket.
20 cents,
So
and
you
then
can
throw
take
that in the
this and
trash.
throw it in the trash."
Yeah, and now they cost hundreds of pounds to try and get hold of one.
That's the thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. You go on
They're worth a
eBay.
lot of money.
Yeah, you go
It's
on somewhere
insane.
like eBay, you'll pay $15-20 for them now.
I have
Some of
a
the rare ones are even more than that. It's crazy.
I have a
Yeah,
friend that
they're-
had
They
like
got,
those
like the
ones.
Aerosmiths.
he bought like
Yeah.
literally $2,000 worth of songs probably on the Rock Band.
Oh yeah, we were talking about that. Yeah, I was looking because you can't see your purchase history on Xbox for Rock Band 4, but when I put my 360 version in, I can see the purchase list, and it's ridiculous.
Yeah.
It's scary.
You spent a lot of money on that.
Oh man, you talking about $2 a song? Whole
Oh, wow.
albums, whole albums were 16. Shout out to the Xbox Microsoft points. 1,600
Oh
points
my
was
god!
Right, yeah.
1,600
Yeah.
points was $20.
$20.
Right. I remember that vividly. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I
But
was
that's
out
when you
here-
could buy those overseas points off those accounts that they would send to you. That was
Mhm.
nice. Remember that? They had that
I
whole
know
black
that.
market overseas, and they'd send you a
I
code
got
with a
so-
whole different account, and you download it in your Xbox, and you just hope it was there, and all of a sudden you have the points because you could share once you bought something on that account. You could play it through any account on your 360. So
I
it was
got
awesome.
so lucky with this is like before I worked. This is when I was working at Best Buy. The year that Xbox discontinued the Microsoft points and they just made it straight
Cash.
dollars.
Yeah, it
cash
was
dollar to
2013.
dollar. Yeah,
Yeah,
2013. When they did that, all stores were supposed to just destroy all of their Microsoft points and throw them out. And you know those, and then you know the Microsoft points, especially if you get the ones now. If you got the ones that were just a card that you had
Yeah.
to scratch off the back, those weren't live because those were live once you paid for them.
Right.
Right.
But if you got the ones that came in the actual cellophane wrap, the hard plastic,
Yep.
those were live off back.
Right.
Oh,
So
wow.
we found we literally was going around from store to store to see if we could find some. Bro, we came across probably about $600 worth of Microsoft points.
Oh,
Oh,
yeah,
wow.
that's
Because
so
people
nice.
were just throwing them away,
Yeah.
not cutting them up or throwing. I was like,
Yeah.
bro,
You guys don't want to know what I used to do for Microsoft points, and Kate and I
I
were
know.
like came up with some strategies. Hey, Psycho, not like I didn't do anything like that. I see your eyes, man. No.
Oh,
what
okay.
you
Hey.
do?
Well, they had
He didn't do that.
no, they had I forget what magazine it was, babe, but like, they had this like promo with a coupon for in some women's magazine for Axe.
I think it was like Cosmo or something like that.
It was like Cosmo, and it had a coupon for like a free bottle of like
Easy.
Axe shampoo, right? Or free Axe like shampoo or conditioner. Okay, but this happened
Axe
to
body spray.
coincide with the Axe promo that they had when when you bought a bottle of shampoo or conditioner. It came with 200 Microsoft points on the bottle and a little sticker.
Uh-huh.
So we went around and drove to like 10 different
Rating
Targets
magazines.
and Walmarts and tore out those coupons right? Then I would go. then I would go to the register, and I'd buy like 10 bottles of like conditioner and shampoo and shit, right? And so I had we probably got like
All for, like,
40,000 Xbox
cents.
points just from shampoo and conditioner bottles, and I had in our kitchen, not our kitchen, but our bathroom cabinet, like underneath it, it was just fucking full of Axe shampoo and conditioner bottles, you know. But I mean, like, so anybody that bought one of those magazines just had like to see this little coupon tore out, you know, from the page. It was a lot of work, but back
extreme couponing back in the day.
times
That's
were
nice.
tough, you know. So you gotta do what you gotta do.
Poor people that went
So,
to go
like-
buy that. Poor people that went to go buy those things, and they were already had the coupons ripped off of them
Yep.
at the store.
Yep.
Hey,
Raccoon.
check your DM.
Check my
No,
team.
I would tell you the worst
Right,
thing
you saved what, about 10 cents doing all that?
I would tell you the worst thing, probably the worst thing I did. This is when Halo 3.
That's from one of our
and
trips.
they had Halo 3. They had the Doritos, the double XP chips. It had the codes on the outside of the bag. I would literally go. I remember I went into Target. No lie, I still. Matter of fact, I think I still had the pictures in my phone.
Yep. Took
did that
pictures of all the
for,
codes.
No, literally, I still think I got the pictures in my phone.
I did that for
because-
Cold War a couple years ago on
Yo,
pizza
I
rolls. So you could go in the
literally
back
went-
and just snap photos.
I literally went
Yeah.
over in 2007. Literally went over to the chip aisle and literally just found all of the Dorito boxes, all the bags, and just took pictures of the codes.
Oh man.
I literally had double XP for like a month and a half.
Man, that's beautiful.
That's when we was hardcore, man. It was crazy.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
Well, I think they had that on the
Life
Totino
of a
pizza
gamer.
rolls.
But guess
or
what?
the-
But that's where I be coming from when I be telling people when they be talking about Game Pass and wanting to save money on games. I'm like, bro, don't act like everybody want a deal. Everybody
course,
wants
yeah.
a deal.
Of course.
Anybody that sits
I
here
wanna
and tells me
support the
that I
devs.
want to pay full price for my games is absolutely lying to you. They just capping at that point because nobody wants to pay full price for anything.
Of course.
There we go.
Yo,
Looks like-
rich on game.
It looks like Forte is
Yo.
running out
Oh,
of
you
battery.
really? That's a real story. Huh?
Yeah, that's,
No,
real,
he-
that's
he
just
said-
that's just
he
one trip.
said that was a real story.
I remember I had that picture somewhere.
Yeah.
Nice.
Hey,
Hey, I just saw Brad Sams. I don't think it's official, but maybe he's just speculating that Xbox Live went down because of the whole a Fortnite on iOS thing.
The cloud.
Yeah.
Is that live today? Is that when they went live?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
See, but,
Nice.
but that's him speculating. It's not
Right.
official, but that's him speculating. Yeah.
That'd be crazy if that many people logged in, though. I'm
Bro, if listen,
Either
if
pure
that's,
coincidence
listen, if that's
or
the
man.
case,
Yeah.
wow.
Yeah.
Dude,
Wow was wrong.
Fortnite crashed Xbox Live.
Yeah.
Wow.
You know how fast word spreads, though, especially amongst the kids, man. If they all start talking, they're like, well, don't you have to have Xbox Game Pass? No, you just
Word of
log
mouth,
in. It's
man.
free.
I always
Yeah,
say
'cause
word
how
of
many
mouth is the most
iPhone-
powerful form of advertising.
iOS users. How many iOS users are there? Or devices, I should say.
Right.
There's
Oh, there's a lot.
Colt said
100
that,
million
and
plus.
Heard not down
Probably
there.
more than
Where-
that.
that's more than
Yeah,
that in the
it's
U.S.
definitely
alone,
over 100
probably.
mil.
I
See,
mean,
but
like,
more importantly,
So,
like I said earlier, to see the ones who have the iOS are the ones that love Fortnite, the kids, teenagers. Those are
Yeah.
the ones
Oh,
that have the iPhones.
Mom, let me use the iPad. And then
Yeah. With
that,
iPad.
that would be insane if that is actually true.
you think like Apple could be trying to like somehow like sabotage it on their end? Like, is there any way they could do that?
Have no idea.
Not with the.
It'd be tough for
Xbox.
Apple to do that,
Live,
like, unless
but
they're.
They
They
can.
could
then they would
throttle
crash
the app
Safari.
and like make it be shitty.
Yeah, but this was a full ad. Like the Xbox Live period went down, right? So
Yeah.
yeah.
Oh, I
they
was
could-
saying. I thought you
like Apple's like doxing Xbox. Get you motherfuckers, you know.
I
Like,
think that's what made me.
They could throttle Safari.
Well, thank Xbox for the reason I'm here because I went to go play a game after Crossfire and I was like, oh, I can't play. Xbox Live is down. So then I started looking at YouTube and I was like, oh, Mav's live.
so thanks Xbox for being down for Forte's presence and his $2. Appreciate you.
You're silly.
yeah, right now it just says cloud gaming and remote play is down, and then
Yeah.
Yeah, and launching cloud games.
Yeah.
So
Colt Eastwood says that it's heard that trash part.
We should take a shit on it.
Yeah.
Yeah, she should.
Man,
She shit on the
Griggity,
servers?
it's bright where you at, man. I didn't know it was still daytime.
Oh yeah, you see that?
That's his
It's still,
penthouse.
it's still daytime where you at.
Hey, look at that.
The Florida
Yeah.
sun.
I was like,
Yeah,
I feel like
beautiful.
it feels like it's 6 o'clock in
The sun operates differently in Michigan. It's kind of weird, you know.
Yeah, crazy, man.
I'm
On
looking
the
at
east
it like
side,
his
I'm
background is
downriver.
really throwing me off, and I'm like, man, it's dark.
Well, yeah, we see
funny,
you're in
man.
a full blackout now, Forte.
I think its
Yeah,
camera's dying. It saw it flashing.
Oh,
on the
did
screen.
it just die? Hell
Yeah, I died.
Oh, my battery fell out. Oh, well.
Right when you started talking about Dirt's being all bright in the sun, he
Dirt
died.
better.
See that?
It's a little better now, like I'm in prison. Like
Yeah.
literally,
Oh wow. Wow.
He said
How much
that
time?
I
How much
look
time you
like
got left on that call, Dirt?
13 minutes.
Phone check, homie.
Well, I mean, like, what else? I mean, there was a lot. We went through a lot of news and a lot of topics, really. I mean, mainly the biggest ones, but like anything else anybody noticed they wanted to shout out real quick?
Anybody playing Trek to Yomi?
Oh
Yeah, I
yeah,
played it
Game,
last night.
everybody should get into that. It's
The
really
game
cool,
is nice.
actually.
It's nice.
Nice game.
I'm enjoying it. Yeah.
Yeah,
You
me
got to get
too.
the controls down, but once you do and
Yeah,
figure it
once
out,
you do it, yeah.
it's fun.
It is.
Because there's some
Took me a
those
bit to get them bloody like how fast you had to press the double X's and the XXY. It's like, why am I not doing that heavy attack? Oh, I'm not doing it quick enough.
There's a challenge.
Quicker.
It is a little challenge though.
It
It
is
is
a
really a
challenge, yeah.
challenge. I found that it's like, oh, I thought I
Yeah.
got them down, and then one of them would catch me out, and it's like,
because
oh,
there's
no.
some enemies do certain moves that that will parry from what you're
Completely
doing.
Pop you up.
And
Is that what
then-
you're trying to say?
Well, they parry from your attack, and then they come in and they just mess
Yeah.
you up. Especially if you got multiple come in. If you don't get that skill yet, and you can do like the back and X, and you can turn around and fight off from both sides. But
Mm.
other than that, I mean, it's fun. I mean, it's for being a black and white game. It's still, and it looks beautiful.
It looks
It does.
beautiful, man. Yeah, it does.
It's just nuts. I'm like, I was like, man, I'm playing like an old school freaking Japanese film. This is freaking
Yeah.
awesome.
It
And the
is.
story is
Like that-
actually better than I thought it would be. The story is
Yeah.
actually pretty decent. Yeah.
Yeah,
It's typical for that type of ninja samurai type game, though. You know, somebody comes and kicks down your dojo, and you got to go after them, save your brother or your mother. Or But
Right.
like Dean Villiers was saying, he was saying that his opinion was it should have had at least have the blood red. And I remember a game way back that did that was like grey or black and white and had just
Oh,
red blood.
that
I
There's
thought,
been a
"Oh,
lot. There's
cool,
been a
isn't
lot
it?"
of games
there's
that
a
have done
few.
it, but
Yeah,
like,
that's what I said.
Mad.
I think they were going more for the grainy, really
there was
old
game
looking.
too.
Does anybody remember the
effect,
dishwasher?
blurry.
The dishwasher.
Eh?
Yeah, the little it was a little
Lupa does.
indie game went back in the day during 360 days, and it was black
Yeah.
and white.
Yeah.
And you ran around and you chopped up people, and the red blood
Yes.
would come out.
Oh,
The
man.
dishwasher was a
That was
fantastic
it.
title.
Yeah,
Never
that
heard
was
of it.
the one I
Dishwasher,
was
yeah.
thinking of, yeah.
Yeah,
that was
because
the
you were
one.
that's what your job was, and then you got
Yeah.
like you had to go battle people, so you were walking around with butcher knives and stuff, and you just
Yeah.
chop
I remember
people up. It was like cartoonish. It was
It was.
awesome. Yep.
It was quite a lot of fun, actually.
Yeah, it was
Big
during by
ball.
Xbox Arcade. That's how far back.
Yeah.
It was.
I
It was.
I remember that game because my back then my Xbox account got hacked, and I had a lot of Microsoft points, probably because there's from the shampoo and conditioner on there, and whoever had hacked it just bought a bunch of arcade games. And then I got my
heard of the
account
game.
back, and I had all these like arcade games, and I got my points back. So like, but they didn't
Nice.
remove the access from the arcade games. So that was one of them that they had actually bought was the dishwasher. So I played it. It's
Yeah,
really fun.
it was a cool game.
there was
I think with
a
Yomi though, they were going more for the grainy, blurry type, really old school film reel type effect.
Yeah, they're going after the samurai films,
Yeah,
which
which
never
is-
had
called-
any red blood.
It was
Yeah.
a dishwasher samurai.
Yeah, Dishwasher Samurai. Yep. There you go.
Yeah.
Yeah, fantastic.
It's not
Hey, we're getting a new
overcooked.
Mafia.
Overcooked is the dishwashing game. Also.
Yeah, exactly. Not the same.
Ah,
We're getting a new Mafia.
Yeah, prequel.
Yeah, a new Mafia. That
Yeah,
looks
prequel.
Oh, I
Yeah.
love the
Aren't
Mafia
the
game.
studio
that.
heads leaving or something? Or
Yeah,
what-
the studio has just left, and then this announcement, this rumor started that they actually are working on a prequel. So
Yeah.
I do remember this game, Pong.
yeah, do you? Yeah,
Never
it was
bought it, but I
big
do
back
remember
then.
seeing it. Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh wow, yeah, blood everywhere. Damn.
yeah. No, it was
Goodness.
fun.
It was
Limbs
real
everywhere.
fun.
Yeah, it was good.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
Just
do remember
big
like
body
the.
parts everywhere.
I do remember, but I never played it. But I remember seeing it.
Yeah, it was a big
Yeah.
deal during Xbox Arcade. It was like one
Yeah,
of the
I
big,
remember.
big
It was
highlight
like- yeah.
spotlight ones that they
Mhm.
It was the prequel to Oh no, GTA is so bad for the kids.
Oh yeah. Also, so we had the Mafia thing. Also, I guess Avowed is Unreal Engine 5. I don't know if we had already known that, but it's
Yeah,
yeah,
I think we knew that
that
already.
was
Yeah.
going to happen.
And then here's the other thing I wanted to talk about. I completely forgot if we have time before we head out of here, which I guess is my decision. So, yeah, we were watching Xbox 2 podcast earlier, and Jez dropped some interesting tidbits on there as well. So shout out to Jez and Rand. But this was regarding Project Belfry.
Shout out to Drunk Jez today.
Drunk
That was
Jez.
fucking amazing.
I was hoping he was going to let everything spill, you know.
I gotta listen to it. I haven't listened to it.
Oh,
but he
you
was-
have
he was-
to.
he was drunk.
Even-
Yeah, he was
even,
drinking to the
Drunk
show, and all of a sudden,
tweeted
Rand
after.
finally goes, "Did you just pour another one?" It got worse. Like it went down. It was awesome. It was so funny though. He was just having a good
Immediately
time.
after, he proceeded to be drunk tweeting as well.
Yes,
So-
Yeah.
and he was drunk tweeting at the same time he was doing the show. At the same time, he was playing a game,
man.
which was absolutely amazing. He also dropped the. Oh, go ahead, Mav. You were going to talk about the tidbits that he dropped. So
Yeah, Project Belfry seems like it could be bigger than he had actually thought originally. That it has, if it wasn't cut out of the game, it has potential cloud components as well as multiplayer in it. And I think he went into a little bit more detail, but this definitely
Social
raised his
hub.
interest in the game quite a bit from what he's been hearing. So that's rumors always, grain of salt or whatever. But Jez has been pretty reliable source for a lot of things. So
Yeah.
excited more about Project Belfry. Also, that we could potentially see it at the showcase this year.
Yeah.
Nice.
I mean, Colt Eastwood even posted out. It's like we already have 22 games confirmed coming from the game Xbox Game Studios. That leaves a lot of new announcements for the showcase and Summer Game Fest. Be ready. #Xbox.
Woo-hoo.
So
The excitement.
Nice.
the excitement,
and Colt was
the
out
hype is real.
at Redmond with the PR group. So
Ooh.
you know,
Yeah, I
and
think he's doing something for FanFest.
Yeah,
I love
he's
it,
out
man.
there.
I absolutely
things
love it.
might have been shown.
It's cool that FanFest is coming back too. So that's another
Yeah.
big deal.
Yeah, it's gonna be a
Yeah.
big.
But yeah, no,
Yeah, that's
It's gonna
3
be
hours
very big.
long.
You can
Just
enter a
let you know, that's
contest to
3
win 2
hours.
tickets out to LA, I think so.
it's not gonna be 3 hours total.
No, FanFest is 3 hours. It's
Oh, FanFest is because of the
Yeah.
pre stuff and the
Yes.
yeah. They got a lot of stuff
Correct.
going on out there, but
correct.
yeah, no, Project Belfry with the whole cloud thing that Jez was talking about interests me too, Mav, to see what they're going to bring here because it looks like they are getting some games now up and running on this cloud initiative that they're pushing. So I can't wait to see what they do with that. And
Yeah,
Jez
man.
alluding to the fact that it could be multiplayer, more multiplayer focused with a hub world, much like Destiny's. Yeah, I'm definitely interested. Could be a
Me
good
too,
game.
man. Can't
Yeah.
wait.
Speaking of that, I want to kind of go over with what our plans are real quick for our showcase schedule for the channel, and we'll get everybody out of here. All right. So Kate made us this amazing graphic. I'll post this on Twitter as well.
Ooh.
Okay.
Damn, y'all busy.
Yeah, that's clean, bro.
Yeah, that's to her. That I don't know how to do this shit. You know what I mean? But yeah, she did make. Damn, baby, that looks good.
She's talented.
That looks like that's probably looks
She's
better
the
than whatever
best.
Keely's gonna post.
Yeah, it does. It look better than
Hey.
the summer game mess of fest.
All right,
That's
so
what I'm talking about.
here on Fun Speculation, right? We're gonna go all out again this year. All right, so if you tuned in last year and you saw we did this Fun Speculation community prediction special for E3. We have no E3, but I'm still doing it. So we're gonna get together with some members of the community. I'm gonna hit up people like Dirt here, Forte, other people in the community. Obviously, everybody here that's part of the Fun Speculation fam, and See if we can't put together some interesting questions and have some fun, like that video we did last year. It was a lot of fun to put together. But yeah, tune in since we know that Keely's going live on the 9th, right? Normally we have Fun Pop Wednesday nights. Instead, we're gonna have a Wednesday special with prediction show going 9 p.m. Eastern Wednesday night. The Keely's Summer Game Fest predictions, right? We're gonna have that Wednesday night at 9 p.m. Eastern. Going into Thursday, we're gonna have 1 p.m. Eastern the Summer Game Fest pre-show. Then 2 p.m. Eastern, we're gonna go live with the co-stream of that. Then at 7 p.m. that night, PM in the PM, me and Pong. Maybe we'll have a guest or two on that just to go over everything that we just saw on the Summer Games Fest and break that down. Friday is going to be a special edition of Xbox Ultimate. We'll have predictions for the Xbox Showcase coming up. Then we have the premiere of that Fun Speculation Community Game Showcase coming at you on Saturday. And Sunday, 12 p.m. Eastern, Xbox Bethesda Game Showcase pre-show. And then followed by the co-stream of the Xbox Bethesda Game Showcase. And then Monday, FSP Special Edition at 10 p.m. Eastern, where we're gonna break down everything that just happened over that long ass.
You got to move the special premiere. Sorry,
I got to move the special premiere.
Yeah, it's during Living Split Screen.
Well,
Sorry.
your show lasts for like 8 hours, right?
Well, right.
No.
You got to do it in the afternoon.
Okay, you're right. Well, no, you're right. I can move it back. I'll move it back to 1.
No, bro.
As long as
I'm
Kate
just
doesn't
fucking
mind
with you because we're on the air live. I'm just fucking with you. Don't worry.
I was trying to.
I actually thought of that when I saw.
Did
his
you? I
schedule.
wasn't thinking of it.
I did.
Well, isn't
Fuck. No,
was
I
that,
seriously don't want it to premiere during Living Split Screen.
Was the special premiere thing? That's just like a video you edit. And
That's
put
just
out,
a
right?
video. It'll premiere live. You
Well,
know.
he can put it out whenever he wants. He was just choosing to be an asshole.
Yeah. No, we'll do like 2 p.m.
Thank you, Caitlin. Thank you for telling me the truth.
Yeah, we'll do 2 p.m. Eastern. Do you think you and Steel can be wrapped up in a 4-hour show?
Ooh, 2 p.m.
During
Eastern,
E3 week?
right before showcase. Ooh, I don't know.
That's impressive. You guys consistently over 4 hours every week.
I know. No, we'll be wrapped up.
Do it.
They are
Because we have fun. Because we have fun. It flies by. Steel and I don't even plan on
Steel
it.
says, "Nah, I want
to."
to." Steel says, "Nah, I want to fight for the views."
Now he wants to fight for the views.
I don't want to fight Living Split Screen's loyal fan base. They ain't gonna like leave Living Split Screen to come watch my dumbass show.
Yeah, our 10,000 people, they ain't going nowhere. Don't worry about it.
I mean, I mean, Saturday has what, like Living Split Screen, then you have go live, right? Is it what, 3 p.m. Eastern, I think.
Yeah.
This is probably going to be like a 30-minute show. I'm not going to do an hour like last year. Like, so
You say that now.
I say that now.
Yeah.
Last year we had like
3 hours.
Right. Thank you, Forte. Yes.
we had like 20 something people take part last year, right? Dirt was a part of it last year, right?
Colt.
Yeah, Colt was there. I got
You had everybody last
I got
year.
Kyle
Yeah, you
Bossman
had-
on there last year. I don't even know how the hell.
Yeah,
I
you had
pulled that
Cog and you had
Yeah.
King on there.
Cog and
Yeah, you had
King
everybody.
We had a lot of fun last year.
That's
But
because
yeah,
everybody loved you, man.
Cameron.
no, I mean, it was just like, dude, I just reached out and the people were just so generous, you know, like with their time. Like, I'm only asking for like 15 minutes, so that kind of makes it easy. But like, you know, seriously, like the generosity of the community to put that together, especially last year with I mean, I only had been had a channel for like less than
You were
a year.
fucking nobody.
Yeah,
You're
I
still
mean,
nobody.
but to everybody to come through.
fucking
Dang.
Wow,
Oh,
how
the
insightful,
Caitlin keeping
Caitlin.
them humble.
The TikTok influencer coming through with the reality check.
Yeah.
Jesus.
Damn.
That's everyday life for me, guys. So
She gonna tell you after this show, you know you're something to me though, right?
oh yeah.
Nah, I don't talk to
No,
him.
she's been treating me nice after.
He
she's
got that. He got that on his birthday. Okay, that's it.
Yeah.
Oh. Oh.
Oh, whoa,
No, 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 no.
Wow.
I mean, there was that.
Wow.
You know.
Oh!
Damn.
Woo!
Yeah.
I feel like
Look at Mav's face right now. He's dead.
Feel like I
inside.
know
He's not
more.
looking at
Like, I was like, let's end the show, everybody.
No outros. Have a good night. We're out.
No outro. We out of here.
If I can convince
Thanks for coming,
Kate
everybody.
to edit that graphic though, then I'm moving it to 2 p.m. Eastern though, because yeah, definitely. I was thinking you guys are going live at 9, you know, so it's like okay, that's but yeah, I forgot y'all go
10,
live
10
at
Eastern. 10
10
Eastern.
o'clock.
10.
9 Central.
3 p.m.
10
UK
Eastern.
time.
10 Eastern.
10
brother.
Eastern for Living Split Screen, right? Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
Right. 2 p.m. Eastern, babe. 2 p.m. Eastern. Okay.
Living Split Screen. That's such a good name.
It is. It's a
Thank
good
you, sir.
show.
It is a good show.
I pop a mom, drink my coffee,
You're
and go
right.
do my things around the house while they're playing. 3 hours later, I'm like, these motherfuckers are still
still
going.
on.
Holy
I
shit.
remember,
God
I
damn.
remember,
Jesse B in the
remember one
chat goes,
Saturday.
Jesse B in the chat goes, I start out, stay for an hour, leave for 2, and still have something to come back to.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
We run our errands in
part-
the morning, like sometimes, when that's
I
going
remember
on.
that's-
one weekend I went to the movies. I came back, they were still on. I was like,
Yeah.
Would you go see Gone with the Wind? Like,
Yeah.
that's right.
That's
Yeah, so
Titanic.
The Godfather too. Like,
Titanic.
man, they still on?
wow. They know, man.
The
That's the
Godfather
reason
trilogy.
That's the reason we
The
go.
whole
That's
trilogy.
that's the reason we go at 9 o'clock on DPS, because I'm sitting there like, listen, if we go earlier, our shows will still end at 11 o'clock. So let's,
Right.
let's go at 9 o'clock so we got a hard stop by 11:30.
you just go until you fall
Yeah.
asleep. Period. All right. Well,
We talkers can talk and talk and talk.
Yeah.
That's the way it works.
So this has been a hell of a show. It's been a blast, guys. So thanks for hanging out. I want to thank our guests for coming through. Surprise guest, Forte. Thanks for coming through. You look like you're like on like Paranormal Activity right now with all the fucking camcorder shit around you, but it looks pretty badass.
He looks like he's like in a radio station.
He's got he's got the camcorder symbols
Live
all on.
WNCX.
Man, that camera's far away. It's way over there.
No, seriously, man. Thanks for coming through here and joining in on the show, man. Tell everybody where they can find DPS and all your awesome stuff you got going on.
Oh yeah, man, appreciate it. But no, I just came here because I saw another Michigander up in here, and I was like,
Yeah.
I don't get a chance to kick it with Griggity as much. The man lives literally less than 40 minutes away from me. But
Yeah, man, we got hooked up, man.
we got to, man. But yeah, this is a great show. Always love listening
You will
to
when
you
he
guys.
comes in your store to buy a PlayStation.
Yeah.
He needs to
Hey,
come
28.
before then. I don't.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't want to feel like a person that's just being used. So he has to come before
You know
then.
what?
Are you gonna hit him up for
Yeah, man.
that? For the
How you
extension
go
of
for
the
DM? See
power
what
up
store you
program?
at.
Well, first of all, you have to have a power up card to buy the system. So if he ain't got one, he gonna
Oh no, I do have one.
You're gonna-
So if he don't got one, he's gonna get one no matter what if he wants his PlayStation. There is
I
no
got one.
negotiation beyond that one.
You're
But-
renewing.
Right, exactly. But no, this is a great show. Love what you guys do. Check it out as much as I can. And it's DPS podcast every Thursday, 9 p.m. It was on Slowmo's channel last week, which was yesterday. Next week will be on mine. Lot of crazy good stuff that we had going on there. We had E-Jack on there with us, our other fella from Brat Podcast. That was really, really fun conversation. And like I always tell people, enjoy the games you're playing. Twitter is a cesspool, so stay away from it if you can. And enjoy the games that you're playing over the weekend.
Heck yeah, man.
Right.
Thank you as always, Forte. You rock.
You rock.
You rock. Hey, you're breathtaking. I'm sorry.
You're breathtaking.
All right. Then we have the one and only Dirt Griggity from Weebly Green. Thank you again for being here, dude. Every time you come through, it's an absolute hell of a time. So appreciate you,
Oh, man.
and I can't wait till we get to talk some more. Maybe you can take part in the fun speculation thing we're doing, both you and Forte, for our little video we're gonna put together. But Dirt,
Sure.
tell everybody where they can find you, sir.
Oh man, just go to a Dirt Griggity channel. I would tell you. I always like to tell people in advance. I talk a lot of shit over there. We do have fun. My podcast is on Monday evenings at 6:30 p.m. Eastern time, called Weebly Green Xbox Podcast. And we have a mixture of gaming news, Xbox news, PlayStation news, and we definitely talk trash. Specifically about PlayStation fanboys, but look, I'm telling you guys ahead of time if you want to stop by. But yeah, we have a good time. I'm also my boy Sean 786. He does a podcast on Fridays, usually at 1 p.m. Eastern time, called TTS, and we all know what that means.
Yeah.
Talk that Xbox podcast is what we do. So yeah, man. So that's about it. And I thank you guys for inviting me. I had a good time.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, shout out to that man. He about to have a very open spot on Mondays because Boom is moving primetime gaming to Wednesdays now.
Yeah. I saw that.
So you literally about to have a 2 hour and a half window before Colt goes live. That's what's up.
Hour and a half window. Yes, I mean.
So make sure y'all go support this man. This man has a great show, man. It's fun. They make me laugh every time. He tells people he get his knees kicked in every episode. It's funny.
Hey, yo, Forte. I mean, I had to say, damn, Dirk, you always crying about last generation, but I lived it. They kicked my legs in. The ponies kicked my legs in last generation. And I wasn't even doing the console war stuff last generation. They still came to my channel and kicked my legs in.
Oh, so funny, man. I love it, man. Please support this man's content. It's so funny.
He's got PTSD. He needs help.
If you want to have some laughs and not take stuff too seriously, it's a great place to be. So we're on WBG.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
I didn't, I remember people telling me about WBG because when I stepped in the community, I wasn't familiar with a lot of the shows out there on YouTube because I didn't really watch YouTube that much, right? I only had seen like a couple episodes of like RDX or like Xbox 2, right? Because they were like the ones that got recommended the most, And those were like, oh, I can do something on my own. Like I wouldn't really watch them that much, but it's just more of like seeing that there was an audience for like regular people. You know what I mean? And then somebody, once I kind of started my podcast and I ended up putting it on YouTube and stuff, I started getting familiar with the community and a bunch of people. I kept hearing about WBG, right? So I was I'm gonna go check that. I'm gonna check it out. So I followed a couple people in there, and like it's just a hell of a time, man. So it's been good getting to know you last.
I didn't know that. I didn't know that was his show until I asked Luke. I said, "Who's all on WBG?" And she said, "Oh, that's Griggity show." I was like, "Homeboy Griggity." I was like, "Oh, we got to go through. Got to support the homeland."
You know what? See, I actually wanted to ask you and some other guy, but I wasn't sure if you guys will be okay with my type of my style of podcast, because I was always kind of like reluctant to ask certain people to be guests. Like, we talk a lot of trash. We sometimes do console war stuff. So I don't know if they will be comfortable. Because one time Pong Soul was on, and I just felt so uncomfortable. Like, Pong, this is.
I've been on multiple times. I was just gonna say you invited me out of all.
But I still felt uncomfortable because you don't really do the console war stuff like that, and I'm like, I don't. Then it kind of hurts the show sometimes because I try not to do as much my usual shtick. And I'm like, so I gotta be careful who I invite because they don't do certain stuff. So that's kind of what I kind of fight with sometimes. But I love all you guys. I want you guys to be a guest, So I just have to, see. As long as people know what my show is.
Never expect you to change, Dirt, just because I'm on.
Here's the one thing.
Anybody else?
Dirt.
You know what the cool thing is? The reason that I don't think anybody would have a problem with it, because I definitely wouldn't have it. I think the fact that you're honest about it,
yes,
and everything that happens on that show, like it's not like you ain't telling no lies on that show. It's not like you going out there.
I'm not making
it's not like you
lying.
You ain't out there like trying to convince people like Xbox is the greatest place ever. Xbox got its freaking problems, but the fact that these ponies out here kicking us in our legs every day, I ain't having that no more. We win in this generation, and you let people, and that's the thing that I kind of appreciate, because everybody kind of tried to keep it PC when it comes to their conversations and stuff. But it's game. It's just like gaming. It's like we're here to have fun. I miss those conversations sitting on the couch next to one of my friends talking junk to them as I'm hitting them with the battle rifle and Halo and stuff. That's what it kind of feels like when it comes to like watching your show. It's like you guys are just constantly just talking about that type of stuff. So don't be afraid to ask people to come on, man, because you got the personality, and I think people rock with you. And if they don't, then that's their loss.
Yeah. I appreciate the kind words, man. So I definitely be hitting you up and my Psychonauts and some of your other guys, because like Fuzzy's been on a couple times, Mav's been on a couple times.
Fuzzy messy as hell.
Like Fuzzy knows exactly how we get down. But we just had fun. But like trash talking is cool. Like sometimes I do hate when the console war gets personal and gets toxic. Right. I hate that.
Yeah.
And I would never take it there. We just here having cracking jokes. We might call some people, "Oh, you pony, you POSs," but it's just all it's all fun. So I appreciate you guys noticing that from my
I would rather watch that than a show full of disingenuous bullshit.
Facts.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Man. I hate that, bro. I hate that.
Facts.
I hate it, man.
Floppers.
Yeah.
Every once in a while, you got to step on some necks.
Hey, you got to once in a while, man. Somebody got to do it, right?
Yeah.
Exactly.
I mean,
After
they
they
come
beat
up
our
with the
legs,
bullshit
Forte,
in the first place.
do it.
Oh,
We got to
La-
answer them.
last gen was horrible. Yeah.
Right,
Yeah,
it
last
just was.
gen.
And I've been
It
there from the
was.
beginning, and like no damage controlling. Sometimes
Yeah,
Xbox are complete shit,
Mhm.
Hey,
but like
absolutely.
other times they do the right thing. So
But you have to give them
call it.
credit where credit's due. They did some amazing
Exactly.
things,
Yeah.
and they're doing amazing things, and you have to give them credit for that. And yeah, so that's where we are now.
Yep.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Facts.
You got to give credit where it's due. When it's PlayStation
Yep.
that's doing good shit, like
I love PlayStation.
there's
man.
gonna be so many damn
Yeah.
good games come
That's
out.
why I want
like,
a PS5. Yep.
me
That's
too.
why I want a
Me too.
PS5.
Yeah.
You
me
think
too.
I want to play that Wolverine game? Hell yeah, I
I
do.
sold it before. I had one. I sold it before.
Go
Some
berserker
a
mode.
family member wanted one for Christmas. I couldn't get one, and I wasn't really playing it very much. So I was like, okay, like I kind of caved in. I was like, yeah, let it go. And I was waiting till Gran Turismo came out. I had been trying to get one ever since then. Again, because I feel bad because Pong let me have his reservation to buy that PlayStation, and then I ended up letting it go to.
Told you not to get rid of it.
Yeah, I know. I'm sorry, man. I was like, it's only gonna be a couple months. He's not even gonna know. And then I was like, okay, this is like gonna be like, okay, I'm not gonna have it for a while. I'm not gonna get away with this. I'm like, Pong.
You should have reached out.
I
You
sold.
should have reached out to me, man. I've been like, so Forte, I'm thinking about selling my PlayStation because I'm not using it. What's the reasonable expectation of getting another one? I would have told you not to sell it.
Yeah.
Oh man.
But yeah, dude. I am gonna if May 20. I'm gonna keep an eye out for May 28th. 100%.
I'll let you. Matter of fact,
Hey.
when I go to work tomorrow, I'll DM you and let you know if that's a nationwide thing, so you can.
I'll
get
be
the
there
heads
the
up on
day,
it.
like when they're open.
Hey yo,
you know?
hey yo, Forte. I'm serious about that though, man. I'm gonna drive out there.
I got you. If you
Yeah, I'm
try
dead
to get
serious.
one,
Are you
I
gonna-
didn't know you
I'm
wanted
trying to
one.
get one.
Are you,
I'm
now
trying
you gonna
get
get a unicorn? You gonna have any of those digitals in there? Like, are you?
Man, those are unicorns. The last ones we had, we only got 2 of them.
one. Wow.
How long ago was that? Like a couple months ago, or?
No, 27th, April 27th when we had them.
Okay,
Oh
so-
wow. I'm surprised you got a couple. Huh?
Well, yeah,
That's
2.
that bad.
That was the first time since Christmas.
Oh. I tell you so. If like there's 19 million PS5s, I think there's about maybe
No,
20,000 this.
Let's be for real. That $399 price tag was just to say that they had a system at that price
Right.
point.
Boom.
Exactly.
Yep.
What I said.
I
That's
agree
what
with
it
you,
was.
brother.
I mean, they're
That's what I
available.
said.
Yeah, they're available. You can find one barely, but you
Yeah.
might as well just give up on that.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
agree. Yeah, I agree
Yeah.
with you, Forte.
Shout out to Splendiferous with the $2 super chat. Appreciate you, Splendiferous. He says, "You guys are toxic, Mav. Great show. Panel is questionable." Thanks, man.
Shout out to Splendiferous.
And I want to say also again, baby, great job on that. Promo sheet. That's
Yeah,
pretty
awesome
sick.
job, Caitlin.
Yeah.
Good job.
He's gonna
And-
show his affection
I
later.
didn't see any misspellings inside of that.
No,
sheet.
there was on the Eastern time. I accidentally put like ETT.
Oh,
Okay.
snap.
So that's what it is.
And I
do.
want to say thank you to Obi for being on the show. Appreciate you, Obi. Where can everybody?
Shout out to Obi.
Shout out to Obi.
Cue the dramatic music.
Where can everybody find you, sweetheart?
You can find me on TikTok at Caitlin_fancy, and that's it. That's all you have to worry
When we
about.
go get a cooking video from you guys again?
Well, you like from me? I don't cook. What are you,
Well,
no,
not
like,
from you, from your
Caitlin.
wife.
check it.
Caitlin,
check
when
it out.
we go get those? I
You
remember
have lots of
last
stuff
time
in my drafts.
I remember last time I was on the show, I said, when are we gonna get these back? And you said soon. That was a while ago.
Yeah, I posted
she
a
had-
few things, but
Okay.
Yeah.
She's an influence now. She has like how many 100,000 viewers now?
How many?
I have 12.8K.
Oh, I thought it was 120.
No, her one
Sorry.
video. Her
Yeah,
one
she
video.
got one
Oh,
video
that's
that's got like 750,000 now or something.
Yeah.
Oh,
Oh man, yeah, that's internet fame right there. I wish I had a YouTube video that did that.
Well, now she's like she's got like her first like official like campaign stuff going on, all that kind of cool stuff.
Yeah.
So,
She's an influencer.
check out her TikTok if you want to
Yeah.
get a Mother's Day promo code for a new product. It's on there.
Nice.
the
Hey.
rabbit.
What?
I wish.
The
I
rabbit.
mean,
Yeah.
No, not that thing. That was like a different.
You had to think about what you were talking
That was
about.
a different deal.
What are you talking
For
about?
Mother's Day.
Rabbit.
Then we also had the extraordinary AssassinLupa. Thank you, Lupa, for always being here. Love you. Where can everybody find you?
Thank you very much for Dirt and Forte for being here. It's been awesome to podcast with you. Great fun.
Thank you.
Thank
That's
you,
fun.
chat.
Thank you.
You're awesome. Great to have you all here. Wouldn't be a show without you. And you can find me 9 p.m. Eastern, 2 a.m. UK time, right here on Xbox Ultimate on Fridays with the family, who I love you all. And you can also find me. We did our first podcast last night of Game Set Live with my co-hosts KY Bob and Powerman 4K. It was awesome time. We had some fun.
Great guys there, yeah.
Yeah, that also on Thursday nights at 9 p.m. Eastern, 2 a.m. UK time. And you can find me on Good Morning Xbox with Axel, Cool Cat Terry, Eternal Shadow, Cerebral Pool, and Scrub Nurse on Sundays at 9 Eastern AM and 2 p.m. UK time. And you can also find me on Twitter, very rarely. That's AssassinLupa.
Good
And
for
you
you.
can find me on Xbox Party Live, where I will play games with anyone. I will catch you all gaming, guys. Have a great
Yeah.
weekend.
And check her out. She's always getting like nasty in those Twitter spaces, guys. I mean, we can't keep her out.
Oh,
of
I
it.
know.
right.
I know.
It's
Have
these
you-
exclusive like British spaces where there's just like a bunch of cursing back and forth and in proper English. It's insane.
Man, it's just crazy seeing how many podcasts are out there now.
It's
So
nuts.
many.
Yeah.
So many.
Like we sat, I think me, Diller, and Colt sat in a party one day, and we were just counting podcasts, and we got up to 106.
Wow.
Wow.
I don't like
100
just on
That's
top of
without
your
the
head.
British one.
Yeah, 100. We literally sat there for like 15 minutes, and we were just naming
like
podcasts.
active ones, like in the community that are people
active,
familiar
like
with.
actually
Yeah.
active podcasts. It was like 106.
Just
Wow.
like Xbox and like PlayStation and stuff. Or
Yeah,
was it like
Xbox Play. I mean, we were still counting like stuff like IGN and Locked and stuff, but
Oh.
just ones
Yeah,
that
yeah.
people
Well, they're
listen to.
podcasts. They're
Yeah, but
podcasts,
we literally got up to like 106 before we was
Wow.
like,
That's on the top of
Wow.
you guys' heads. Just,
yeah, off the top of our head.
Wow.
106.
Well, I'm sorry for
Crazy.
having
Wow.
4.
No, it's
You, yeah,
fine.
hey, Mav, hey, Mav, you and Boomstick have like
Yep.
10, like between you guys.
Yeah.
Right.
Well, here's the thing.
Soda's on 7 of them.
Yeah,
Yep,
I like
that's great.
doing live shit. You know what I mean? Like I love hanging out with people and talking games. It's like what I've always loved doing, right? And
Yeah.
it's so for me, it's like I could sit there and make a video and try and do that, but then I sit there and I end up getting like annoyed and like lazy, and they end up making some kind of stupid dumbass song instead, and I post it. You know, like that's
I love to
literally
do both.
so-
There is a
I love to do both personally.
there is a patience to making videos.
oh yeah.
Oh,
I don't
yeah,
have that.
absolutely.
I don't have
There
it,
is
man.
a patience to
You
it.
said you don't have it, Mav?
I got creative juices that flow, and I just gotta go with whatever's on my mind and whatever's hitting me at the time. And if it's stupid as fuck, it's gonna be stupid as fuck what comes out, and I'm gonna post that. You know what I mean? I'm just being real. Like, but when I'm live here, we can have a conversation that can flow. You know what I mean? So I just like being live and having fun doing content. And also, I've told Dealer this a couple times. I'm lazy, you know. So I like sitting there like going and doing those damn videos. Like I like the creativeness of it, but when it comes down and the sitting there and just editing those damn clips and like chopping them up and chopping it up, and it's like okay, like fuck this. I'm just like I'm done. I have like probably like 30 videos I've gotten halfway through like editing, and I just like stopped because like at that point the time has passed. It's pointless to even post it. And then when you do hit it on the money with the timing, it takes like 8 hours for upload to randomly YouTube to upload it randomly. So then at that point, like everybody else's videos have hit anyway. So it's like, I don't know. I shout out to anybody who does videos on the regular and with consistency, like Colt Eastwood, Dealer, and all these guys that have a regularity of doing these like really high production videos. Archimedes as well, because it is no task, right? I mean, there's no like easy task to pull that off. So it's I've gained a lot of respect for that.
It's
That's where
definitely
you need a
time
good upload.
Mm.
Definitely time consuming, especially the way
Yeah.
Colt and like Diller does their videos.
Yeah.
Oh,
And
They
you're
have
too,
so many
Dirk, you've
different
got like,
clips.
your videos are entertaining, you know, like as hell. Because
Yeah, I try to make them, but they're not like those videos. They like have so many different clips edited, like
Yeah, but
different.
I like your
gameplay,
intros
so much.
and stuff, like with like the streets
Yeah.
and stuff. It's pretty
Oh, thanks.
Yeah, I remember when it used to be like that. Mm. Mm.
I remember Forte, like you used to start doing your videos in 4K at one point.
Oh, they still are.
Yeah, but you don't do that many videos. That's the problem. Right?
Mm-mm.
Yeah.
Then I can't do it.
I've
No,
been subbed to you, bro, for a long
I know.
time.
So I'm getting back to it because I finally got kind of the mental creative block out of the way.
Yeah.
But it's just it gets frustrating sometimes when you post something and it don't hit.
Yeah. Oh
Mhm.
my
It-
god. Yeah.
So you got to kind of get past that. You got to like say every shot you take is a chance to hit. But it was like for me, it was like mostly, do I really want to talk about this thing? And I got to the point where I didn't want to talk about a lot of stuff.
right.
Because it's like you do the podcast and stuff. Do you really want to do it? And then it also sucks because when you have a full-time job that you're working at, when stuff usually hits, by the time you
You're
get
working.
home, you see 1,000 videos about it already.
Yeah. And you're
So
like,
it-
who's gonna watch my video if there's
Right,
already
but-
20 videos about it? Yeah.
Right, exactly. But then you got to kind of get past that point because I was talking to Diller about it. He was like, yeah, but people subscribe to you for you.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
they want to hear
Diller's right
your
about that, yeah.
opinion. So you may not get as many views as somebody that got it out the gate day one, but you'll still find your audience. So that's the biggest thing that people kind of got to get over. But boy, if you time a video right, whew,
Oh
Yeah.
yeah.
I done had some videos that I timed right, 40,000 views later. Like, wow.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
You never know what's gonna hit. It's like Twitter. I can say like I like Xbox, and like it'll get like 100,000 views or something on Twitter, and you can do it the next day. Say I like Xbox, and then it's like nobody ever saw it. You know,
Yeah.
you just-
Well,
you never know,
consistency is the
man.
number one thing.
Mhm.
No one should ever mistake consistency for anything because that's
the
literally
number one
what it
thing.
is.
Yeah. Consistency.
agree.
Yeah. Hey, yo, Mav, you're right, man. That damn like Connect video that I posted earlier got 4,300 views on it.
What
Me
you say
playing the Connect.
earlier? When did you post it?
I posted this morning, bro. I had bought a Connect off of eBay.
For
Like-
what?
Because I
Doing
wanted to play
bowling.
the Connect. Listen, I have
Grand Central?
yes, I
Oh,
have.
Lord.
I had my 360. You know, like my bare one for like years, right?
Oh,
you know,
this
I'll
is
play
the
it occasionally.
360 Connect.
The original Connect. So I
Yeah.
bought it off of
Oh
eBay.
my God, not even the Xbox One Connect.
Yeah. Well, I have the Xbox One Connect, but that's just in my basement somewhere. So I bought it and I opened it this morning, played it, and I just like a 10-second video. Oh, look, who's playing the Connect in 2022? Got 4,352 views, at the end with 200 likes. I'm like, wow.
Is that a short?
Yeah, no, it's just on Twitter.
Oh, on Twitter.
Yeah, that's a lot
okay.
for Twitter.
Twitter,
you just
yeah.
never, you never
That's
know.
still a
man.
lot for
It's
Twitter,
crazy.
Yeah, you just never know, bro. Just I was like, oh shit.
This man bought a Connect to play Grand Central in
Hey,
2022.
let me tell you, hey,
Playing that-
before we
That
leave, let me say
Fable
this.
one?
Huh?
You
Oh,
playing
oh,
that
no, the
Connect Fable?
No, that game gets no love. No.
You gonna play?
It
You
blew
gonna
my
play
mind. I
that
was like,
Connect Star
wow.
Wars game?
Oh, absolutely not.
So you can dance like Han Solo?
It was. I never forget that. It was terrible. But look, my 13-year-old daughter, she really don't remember it for obvious reasons. But you know, I have video of her trying to play Dance Central when she was 1 or 2 years old, and she was up there playing it. Man, she loves it. She's like, "Oh, this is fun." She's playing the volleyball, the bowling. It's like, yeah, the man, like the Connect was really good. But you know,
It went to Microsoft's
it's
head. That's what it
fine.
was.
Yeah.
yeah, it was too good, and it was
Microsoft
their focus.
Microsoft saw 12 million sales in less than 2 years. It was like, we're going to make our next platform based around this thing.
Exactly, and
Yep.
that damn near killed them. But you know,
Bit him.
Yep.
Yeah.
I just wonder where Milo is.
Have you seen?
Well,
I
Yo,
still love Milo.
He's
I
in the
still love
cage in
Milo.
someone's basement.
Yo.
all right?
I just
That's
wanted. I
totally
thought he
Milo.
was going to be my new best friend, and I feel gypped.
So did I. I thought I was going to have
E3
nice conversations
2009.
with him.
We were gonna have
I know it's
conversations.
gonna
And
be
we're gonna like throw rocks in the pond and shit, and like talk about life.
Milo, where's your homework? Let
Yeah.
me see your homework. E3 2009, I will never forget.
Yeah.
Hey, FarQ talking about that Destin Connect video. Oh man, that was funny.
Shout out to Vic the Click. Hit us with a $5 super chat. He says, "This is what I love to see. My favorite podcast on one show. Dirt, the bro, nice seeing you here, and Forte too. Love you guys and ladies. Yeah, shout out to Vic, always very
Victor
generous.
Click is the homie, man.
Yeah,
he's been
Yeah.
supporting for a while. That's the homie, man.
He's cool as
that's
shit
what's up.
too, man. And he's got those.
Yeah.
He's got those
Cool
toe
shit.
socks.
And Vic be partying like a mug, don't
Yeah,
he?
he
Every
is.
video
Oh, yeah, he
posts, he
does.
at a party and throwing some drinks. Oh shit, Vic.
Did you say he's full of shit or cool as
I
shit?
said cool as shit.
I thought
Oh,
you said
I
full
thought
of
you said
shit.
full.
Yeah, I thought you said full of shit too.
Everybody think I said
Damn.
full of
I
shit.
did
No,
too.
Vic.
I thought, yeah.
What did
Vic,
Vic
I
do
was
to you?
gonna say I didn't know we
Full of
cussed
shit.
on
Yeah,
on
we cuss here.
Magnificent.
Yeah, I said
Yeah, we do.
cool as shit.
We
Cool.
no, don't listen to them. We don't fucking cuss here at all.
Oh damn.
I think I was like on Xbox Factor when Boom was doing like an outro, and he's like, and it's a swear-free show, and I was like, wait,
Oh boy.
yeah,
Like
No.
he was saying about our show.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
think just when he was doing the outro once, he's like it's like, oh
Yeah.
yeah, no, we say fuck a lot.
Yeah. Amongst other things that we won't mention.
You thought I said fool?
Sometimes we
Everybody
cuss a
thght I
little.
said fool.
You did say full.
Did
You did
I?
say
Yeah,
full.
you said
Yeah,
full.
we swear.
You
I
said
swear
you full of shit.
Yep.
Yeah.
Now Vic's crying. Now he's
Sometimes
gonna have to pour another
sometimes I
drink.
get my F's and C's confused. I don't know.
Yeah, you have to go back to the tape.
And then
I seen
also,
that Amber Heard chick.
yeah.
Oh man, gonna be taking a dump next time you
Yeah,
see him.
every time I
Oh.
make Kate mad, now I check the bed before I get in it.
Hey, I'm not, hey,
Amber Heard. Damn.
I guess you
Dallas
checking it
won,
tonight,
man.
though?
Did you see?
I swear to
Stable.
God.
I ain't
Did you see the
doing
Mavericks
it for
won,
terms,
man?
Okay.
Oh,
The
yes,
Mavs won?
Yes, yeah.
Mavs won, yeah. They whooped that boot tag.
Oh, they're playing at home now, so
Yeah.
they're gonna take the home games. We gotta.
I'm
win
just
one on the
waiting.
road, though.
I'm just waiting for tomorrow's game to see Steph go for 50.
Ooh. Right, because they're back at home, right? Yeah.
They back at home too.
yeah.
Yeah,
Hey.
that was the thing
What?
with Golden State. When they play at home, they
That's
almost
one
win all
of the
time.
craziest crowds in
Yeah.
NBA.
When
They
the
never miss
Cavs-
a three. It's crazy.
Because I'm a Cleveland Cavs fan, so when we
I'm
played
sorry.
Warriors, it was an insane. Hey, all I care is 2016 we had a championship. That's all I
Listen,
give a
man,
fuck.
I don't understand how you can live in that's. Never mind.
Oh. Oh boy. All right,
Listen,
man. Be in the show.
Listen, man. Listen, there will. I love Ohio.
I love all of our Ohio listeners.
I love Ohio, but nah, man. I bleed too much blue for that.
Oh,
that
yeah,
That Michigan Wolverine. That woo! We got so many years of frustration out this year. Let's go.
yeah.
I don't know if we're gonna do
Well,
it next year. Though.
last year, yeah, you guys did good last year.
Yeah, last year was fine.
Yeah.
We represented Ohio. What part of Ohio?
Cleveland area.
Oh, okay. That's not
Yeah,
bad.
it was yeah. But I mean, I am a Buckeye fan, so
Ugh.
I know. I didn't want to say anything because I knew you guys were Wolverine fans, so I was like, I'm not gonna keep
That's
college
okay.
sport out of
We
it.
will put our sports rivalry to the side because you are amazing people and all Buckeye fans are not terrible.
Yeah, no, I'm not a fanatic Buckeye fan. That's all I'm gonna say. Like some of my friends they bleed scarlet and gray. Nah,
Is your dream to play the tuba and dot the I on the field?
And dot the I on the T?
No,
No,
Dot
you don't
the
want to be
I.
that guy. Okay,
no, I don't want to be that guy.
all right,
That's a lot of hard work right there.
yeah.
Dot net I.
Hey, Fuzzy, thanks for being here, man. Appreciate you, dude.
Greatly appreciate you having me on here. It was awesome being on here with you guys. Shout out to Forte and Dirt Griggity for being on here. You guys kept it real real entertaining as it always is. But man, you guys definitely it was great having you on here. But man, all this gaming stuff, talking about videos, I definitely need to start doing some videos, especially with Forza coming out
Yeah,
and
dude.
all the GT7 that I'm playing. But yeah, I'm kind of like with Mav. I just by the time I get around to it, it's like it's already past type of thing. But And in the event, I'm going to be on some podcasts tomorrow. I'm going to be on the Gaming Circle with KhAos ThEory and Everborn Saga at 10 a.m.
Nice.
Eastern Time.
Nice.
And then later on that night, I'll be on with PTK and Pong, and we're going to have the Lord Jasper on Lord Master Jasper on the Shop Podcast at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And then on Monday, we got Tidbits. Well, not Tidbits. We got FSP/Tidbits at 10 p.m. Eastern Time with Mav, 3-Bit, Lord Master Jasper, Psychonaut sometimes, and myself and Mav. It's always fun doing that with you guys. And then on Friday morning, 10 a.m., the Breakfast with Boom with Mr. Boomstick with oh geez, I'm blanking out here today.
Yeah, you're good. Yeah, man, you're starting to get those shows stacked up. Yeah.
You sound like I sound like 3 years ago.
That's because he's retired now. He's got all his time. See?
We got Dreadpool, we got John Wolf, we got Web Dave and me, Mr. Boomstick with myself on there, and it's always a great time. Just love talking about gaming and being retired. Takes up a lot of my free time. So just enjoy doing this. And thanks to everybody that came out to watch us and everybody in the chat. You guys rock.
Yeah.
Shout out to PTK Blam, man. That was every time I hear his name, I just remember that was the first podcast I've ever did.
Wow.
Yeah. PTK
That
is
was
the real one, man.
I was on a panel of his show for a year.
Oh, what?
Nice.
It was a year for the first year. I was on there for a whole year with him and Fuzzy for that first year, and I was on there.
Yeah, I was. Man, that's cool. I was just a guy in the chat listening back then, man. But I don't remember you on there for a year. Wow.
It was.
I remember he was on there, but I don't remember it was a whole.
I think
year.
it was a good.
Yeah.
Well, it might have been close to a year. It's at least 8 months.
Wow.
At least
Nice.
8 months.
Nice.
Wow.
Yeah.
I got to go back and do
then.
research on the history of YouTube gaming podcasting. Like, what's the book? Where's everybody been at?
I was there.
Yeah, the history and how we
bro.
got to over 100 different podcasts in the community.
Oh man, that's crazy.
Can you
I mean, when I first
DM me
found
that
the community,
list?
it was just a handful, man. It's a handful when I first found
Yeah.
the community in 2014. Crazy.
Yeah, there was I know there was TXR, right? The original TXR. There was Shop.
BGST.
I don't even know what that is.
Yeah, see, that was my favorite podcast back then. It was a Pro Xbox podcast because it wasn't that many of those back then. Pro Xbox
Console
podcast.
Corner, I remember. Console Corner.
Console Corner.
Corner. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Console cover, weapon wheel, and
All I
Press
listened to
start.
back then was like Unlocked and Beyond and Gamertag Radio.
That's all I used to listen to until I was enlightened to the real side.
I didn't know this shit exists. I didn't know it existed.
This is like I was like, okay, so this is the tempered side. This is the uncensored side.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Cool.
And also, I think I'm a lot more knowledgeable for the most part. Like, not to say anything against journalists because they see behind the scenes stuff, but like,
right.
There's a lot more like
hard. They put stupid stuff on Twitter.
Was that?
Station Try. Huh?
Oh yeah. Well, there's a lot more people that just like spend their heart and soul playing these games for the enjoyment of it as opposed to for a job. You know what I mean? And you kind of see that come through and when everybody, all the stuff that we read and all the news we take in, it's because we genuinely care about it, right? Because like nobody's doing this for money. Well, I mean, some of the disingenuous bullshit people out there may be doing that for money, but like the people that you can see are like just behind it, 100%. They just care, right? Anyway, Lord Master Jasper, thanks for being here as always, man.
You can check me out on Twitter at Lord Jasper, Lord Master Jasper on YouTube. Tomorrow night, 9:00, PTK Blam's channel for the Shop podcast. I'm guesting with Fuzzy Pong. And then
Fuzzy
Monday
Pong?
With the Fuzzy Pong?
Yeah, Fuzzy Pong.
Fuzzy Pong is new to the community.
Yeah.
You found
Fuzzy
a
Pong is new.
in the
so-
wild?
Yeah.
And then Monday, 10 p.m. Eastern, FSP. And then Fun Pop is Wednesday at 7. Probably talk about Doctor Strange this week, I'm assuming.
Yeah.
And Friday night, Xbox Ultimate. And Yeah, that's where you can find me.
Right on, man. Then the Vitamin Boy, Mellow Fellow from Outer Space, Psychonauts.
What's up? I want to thank the chat that came out tonight. You guys were awesome. We're on fire. Dirt, Forte, you guys were phenomenal tonight. Love having you guys on. Fuzzy, it's always awesome to have you on. Family, missing 3-Bit and Lady. Love to have you guys back on once you're able to. But you guys can find me everywhere at Psychonauts8. You can find me Wednesdays on Fun Pop at 7, here Fridays at 9 with the family and talking some shit and having some fun.
Heck yeah, man. And then Pong Soul. Where can everybody find you, sir?
Solo.
I'm now Fuzzy Pong.
Just go now. Anybody who needs to piss, just go now.
I love you all, fam. It was freaking amazing. Even though I had to show up late, awesome to jump in here. Dirt, I've been slacking in my mod duties on WBG. I'm sorry, brother. Work is just absolutely killing me right now, man. I miss you guys. Nah, but I've been missing you guys. You know, you guys were one of the first shows that I found, and just a big inspiration of just having fun. Like Mav said, there's a difference with you guys, and you guys go after the circus, which I'm all about, right? So appreciate what you guys do over in WBG, and never be scared to have me on here. Be yourselves, because I don't care. I know what you guys are about. I know what you guys are all about. I enjoy it. So no, man. But again, just keep doing it. Your growth over there has been incredible, man. Just even since I jumped in, bro. Well deserved, man. Well deserved. You guys are doing amazing stuff over there. And Forte, you and Slow-Mo on DPS. Obviously, when Steele and I created Living Split Screen, we looked at all the 2-man shows that were out there, man. And we love what you and Slow-Mo do. You know, watch you guys for a long time since I jumped in the community. I don't get to catch your show as often as I would like to, but man, you guys are amazing and big inspiration to me and Steel, along with the Xbox 2 and others. So thank you for all that you do, man. Thanks for being here tonight. It was great to podcast with you. I don't get to do it enough, man. So appreciate it. You jumping in here as well. Chat, freaking phenomenal tonight. As always, again, all the regulars, we do have some new people jumping in here too. Everybody's having a good time in the chat. Love seeing it light up like it always is when we are doing all of our crazy stuff that we have happen here on Xbox Ultimate. But you guys are engaged. Look, again, as always, and this is the truth, we're nothing without all of you. So thank you. Nothing but love and respect for coming out each and every week and supporting us and all of these freaking amazing shows that are out there right now. So thank you all for being here. You can find me, Pong Soul, Xbox, Twitter. You know the drill there. Tomorrow morning, be there. Bring a friend. Bring 3 friends. Bring your family. We don't care. Steele and I are going to be rocking and rolling. Living Split Screen. Split Screen's all one word. We are in Mission 1K. We are now over 500 subs. We're on our way. Got to get there. So we need your help. I'll be tweeting something out, so please share it. If you see it, it helps. It does go a long ways. I appreciate every single one of you that do that. Listen, 10 a.m. Eastern, 9 o'clock Central Time. Buckle up. 3+ hours. You know the drill. Probably going to go for 4 as always now, but be there. Again, do what you got to do. Do your chores like Boom does all the time. Whatever the case may be is go to a movie, come back again. We're going to be in the second half. All right. That's how this works. So Living Split Screen tomorrow morning, please show up. We can't wait to see you all there. And then of course, tomorrow night, the Shop Podcast, like Fuzzy said, PTK Blam, Fuzzy Belvedere, myself, and of course, Lord Master Jasper tomorrow night. We're going to have a great time. We're going to end your Saturday night right. So be there, 9 p.m. Eastern, 8 o'clock Central Time. Please, PTK deserves a whole lot more watchers every Saturday night. Show up, just sit back, relax, play your games, enjoy the conversations on Saturday night over there. And then, of course, Tuesdays is Xbox Factor Podcast. I am hit and miss from here on out because of work, but I will be showing up from time to time. But Boom does his thing, one of the best in the community. Amazing shows. Be there. Mav will be there if he can be. Boxerberg will be there if he can be. VJ, N64 Josh. Look, just come by. It's all good things green on Tuesdays, 12 p.m. Eastern, 11 o'clock Central Time. Thursday night back here, PM in the PM, Pong and Mav in the PM. We've had 2 weeks of amazing shows with amazing guests. Go check those out. And of course, drop in this week on Thursday, 7 p.m. Eastern, 6 o'clock Central Time we are going to bring you a bunch of the best news the only way Mav and I can. PM in the PM right here on Fun Speculations channel. And of course, I'll be back here next Friday night on Xbox Ultimate. Look, it's the golden age of gaming, people. There's been no better time in history to be a gamer than right now. Please remember that. Enjoy it. Don't let anybody steal your excitement. All right? Please go play what you love what you play, and I'm going to talk to you all real soon.
Hey, fuck you, man. You crazy. Hey, fuck you,
So-
crazy, man.
It's the
You see what he
truth,
said,
though.
Paul?
It's the truth. He said went to go get a piss and
Yeah.
still fuck.
Hell yeah. That's how I do it, man.
Yeah.
That's funny.
I mean,
Man,
he's
give
got
this-
that.
Where can everybody find you, kind sir?
Hey, right.
Oh man, give this man a award.
The thing is,
Mark,
like,
you was hilarious, man. He's always on my show. He be talking so much trash. That's
Oh
funny,
man.
the thing about
I
Pong
thought
too
I
is
talked
like
a
so
lot.
consistent. It's like this, he hits all the same points perfectly. Yeah, every week. I don't know how you do
I
it.
forget shit.
Yeah.
I don't forget half the shit
Like,
he knows.
even the
Paul
times.
Soul's special, man. He's a special guy, man.
Yeah.
He is, man.
He's a special talent,
to do this for a living at one point in my life, right? So I wanted to be in sports journalism. So it's
Hey,
all
bro, you
coming
have
back
it
to
in
me.
you.
Right.
So
Encyclopedia
I
of
enjoy
Gaming,
this.
dating back to the
It's
very first
natural.
game ever created, Pong Soul. Maybe now the Encyclopedia of Game Podcasting, dating back to the very first game podcast ever created, Pong Soul. Maybe
He's a
that's
natural,
Yep.
man. He's a natural. Bro.
natural. Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah. So check out all the information we got coming up. Fun Speculation on Twitter, YouTube. If you hit the notification bell, it greatly helps you find out when we're going live for game streams or shows and more. As everybody just said, you heard the slate. We got Mondays, we got Wednesdays, Thursdays, and Fridays covered here on Fun Speculation. Also, Tuesdays, check me out on Xbox Factor on Double Barrel Gaming, hosted by Mr. Boomstick. Amazing show. And look forward, please, to our Summer Games Fest Fun Speculation shit that we're gonna be doing. There's gonna be a lot of stuff. I mean,
Like, that's you should like. Hey, we should really title it that.
Yeah.
Summer fun speculation shit.
Fun shit.
yeah, we're gonna have a lot of fun shit going on.
We're gonna
between
have- it's just
Wednesday
gonna
It's like
and
Grub's
Monday.
Games
It'd be a
Mess.
fucking great time.
That's
Mav's
funny,
shit. Yeah, so
Mav's game shit.
well, we're gonna have a lot of fun, seriously though, guys. So make sure you tune into that, and until next time.
Can
we
I
will-
just say,
Oh yeah, baby.
everyone might see you somewhere
Yeah.
on Sunday.
Yeah, I'm not gonna say what because it hasn't been announced yet. But,
I'm not saying what either.
yeah, but this weekend you might see me pop up on another show.
Nice.
This is a tease.
It's a tease.
Mm-hmm.
You might see me pop up somewhere. On another show this weekend,
You said Sunday?
possibly.
No, you already said it though, so it's not
Yeah.
possibly.
So we'll see. We'll see. I'll see everybody there. I know. I'm hoping to see a lot of people there. I think there will be because usually there is. But anyway, bye
Oh, we
everybody.
already know the answer to this.
Take it easy.
Bye. Bye.
Bye, everybody.
Bye.
Oh,
Catch you all
Xbox Live's
gaming,
back
guys.
up. Xbox Live is back up.
Sweet. Let's play games.
Yeah.
Oh, we got to
Yeah,
go
it's been
play a
up for-
game.